knows it too. Your yard just isn't what it used to be. But thankfully, Dorado Rock Materials can get you, well, your yard anyway, back to what it once was, and even better. Dorado Rock Materials has just what your yard needs, from decorative rock to boulders and everything in between, brought right to you. And if you need help spreading it, we can help with that too. Dorado Rock Materials. The right service, the right product, the right price.
KCUV Tucson, a Cumulus Media station. The Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com.
DK on the Sports Pit. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Bradley out for Kachikov. Vaughn throw it inside for Krivas. Krivas slam it home. Arizona by 8. Timeout, Houston.
Excellent play call there by Tommy Lloyd. Getting a 4-5 pick and roll with a smaller play on Krivas for the high-low and finish.
Here's McDavid moving in on Jack Hughes. Tries to slow him down. Puck lines up behind the net. And it's Werenski. Now Jack Hughes puts it around the car. United States with numbers. Back across it comes. Jack Hughes wins it. The golden goal for the United States. For the first time since the 1980 miracle, the United States takes the goal. Jack Hughes beating Jordan Bennington. It was his brother Quinn with the overtime.
A weekend. I mean, that was one heck of a weekend of sports. Your Arizona Wildcats go on the road and knock off a team that had not lost at home in 18 games, had only lost one time at home in 52 games. Just an unbelievable performance by Tommy Lloyd and his crew to get that victory in Houston over the Cougars. And then everybody went to bed early. Well, at least I hope everybody went to bed early on Saturday night and got up early on Sunday morning to watch Team USA Hockey win the gold medal. I still cannot believe that this is the first time they've won the gold medal since I was in 6th grade back in 1980. So we in fact, we pre-did our question of the day by one day yesterday, because I was like, after the USA won the gold medal, I'm thinking, man, what should I lead my show with tomorrow? Should I lead with the fact that the Wildcats go on the road and get this huge victory? I mean, a game that, hardly anybody thought that they were going to win down in Houston, and they do it without Koa Pete and Dwayne Aristote, and Braden Burries is still not feeling well, and they go down there and they win? Or do I lead with possibly the greatest hockey victory in America in almost 50 years? So I let you decide. We put that question of the day out there yesterday to all of you. What should we lead our show with today? Should we lead our show with the dramatic win by the American hockey team, or should we lead our show with the Arizona Wildcats and their fabulous victory down in Houston? And you overwhelmingly, over 80% of the voters said that we have to go local. We have to lead local. We have to lead with our Wildcats. 88% of the vote going to lead with the Wildcats. So that is absolutely what we will do today. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. If you didn't get a chance to join us on the postgame show, want to hear your top takeaways from the Wildcats' victory that put them back in first place. They essentially now have a 2-game advantage in the Big 12 for the regular season title, trying to win their first ever regular season title. Last year, of course, they got to the conference tournament finals after finishing 3rd overall. But now they've got a chance to raise a banner, raise another conference championship banner. The road is not going to be easy. There's 2 ranked teams still left over the course of these final 4 games, but both those games are at home, so you got to figure U of A will have an advantage. But then again, home doesn't always mean a damn thing in the Big 12. Ask Kansas about that on Saturday. Perhaps they were looking ahead to tonight and Houston coming into town for Big Monday, because they absolutely allowed themselves to get slapped by the Cincinnati Bearcats by 18 points at home.
Man, break up the Bearcats,
Yeah,
man.
how
Wes
about
Miller.
that?
Whew.
Yeah, Wes Miller. We were worried about Wes Miller about a month ago, but now he's won 4 in a row. So again, Wes maybe has saved his job a little bit as the
beat up down low quite a bit to get those buckets. Maybe, just maybe, that had something to do with it. Maybe there was that level of just cumulative exhaustion of having to be beat up down low and beating up guys down low. Now that this is a bit more free throw, everybody's just kind of running to their spots, finding shots. Because how many turnaround jump shots did we see from guys in the post in that game? There were a lot of turnaround shots that I had not seen them go to that often. Yvonne was hitting them. Anthony Del Orso had a turnaround. Jaden Bradley, who's a
in store for you. We're going to talk more Arizona basketball, both the men and the ladies. The ladies are home. Both teams will play tomorrow night. Fellows on the road at Baylor, ladies at home against Houston, senior night at McHale Center. So we'll dive into all of that. We'll let you hear from Becky Burke after their loss at Baylor on Saturday. So the team's flip-flopping. And the fellows moving into Waco for their game coming up tomorrow night. Also going to talk some hockey. Arizona, or the U.S. men's hockey team and the women, really both beating Canada in overtime to win gold medals. First time that's ever happened. We'll dive into how that all went down. Our old friend Adrian Denny from the Utah Mammoth is going to join us on the show. We'll talk to Adrian, get his thoughts on the stretch run for the Mammoth as they try to make the postseason in a full season for the first time since 2012. DK on the sports tip. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
O'Reilly. Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Furnished by IntelliBrands. Whether because of discomfort, lack of mobility, your lifestyle, or occupation, you sit inactively way too many hours a day. Get an Ellipse, the premium quality automatic seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation without physical strain or impact. Improve your flexibility and balance. Strengthen and tone your legs.
My joints feel better, my knees feel better, my back feels better, and it makes me feel stronger too.
My circulation is moving. I'm burning calories, and it makes me feel energetic.
It's so quiet that none of my coworkers even know I'm using it.
Call now and order Ellipse, the seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation. And for a limited time, get a free upgrade to our deluxe bundle with a faster motor, sport mat, and wireless remote. Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. 800-555-1212 now. These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
Navy Federal Credit Union can help you dominate debt with the Platinum Card. Transfer your credit card balance to the Platinum Card within your first 60 days and get a 0% intro APR for 12 months. Our members could save thousands of dollars over the promo period. Visit NavyFederal.org/platinum. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. After the intro rate expires, variable APRs are 10.24% to 18% based on creditworthiness. Rates are subject to change. ATM fees for cash advances are up to $1 at non-Navy Federal ATMs. Offer ends 3/31/2026.
Empower.
Pete's back on the links with all new golf clubs and hopefully less swearing.
Dang, sliced it.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money so he can be a little bad.
Heads up!
Oof. Talent sold separately.
Guy said these were slice proof.
At least he has money for lessons. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like nuclear reactor safety expert.
I disabled the backup cooling system. It was making such an annoying noise. You heard it, right? It was like,
We're on the countdown of core failure.
And you're saying we don't want that?
This is your job for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed-sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Hey, Ron.
Gary.
Gary. William. Ron.
Gary.
Hey.
Okay, we got that out of the way. What's on your mind?
I don't think people should pay their bills.
That sounds...
illegal? Let me finish. I don't think people should pay their bill until 2027 for a brand new system from Alaskan AC.
Wasn't this my idea last month?
Yes, but this is this month, and it's my idea.
Hard to argue that logic.
Okay, so the message is simple. Get a brand new heating and air system
installed neatly in just one day
with AeroSeal duct sealing
and inspected 5 ways to Sunday.
All of it, and make no payments till 2027.
With approved credit. I'm the disclaimer guy.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now what?
No need to complicate things, right? Start this year out with a shiny new heating and air system.
And no payments for a full year.
Seems like we're forgetting something.
No, I did the disclaimer thing.
Can't put my finger on it.
Oh, schedule now at alaskanac.com.
That's it.
Can't forget that part.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance, making it easy to save you money. When you bundle your auto policy with home, condo, or renters, you'll earn a multi-policy discount. Easy to bundle, easy to save. Visit Progressive.com.
From the Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic Center, with collisions reported Valencia and Mark Road and Valencia, crash at Ina and Wade Road and Ina. Also, Ironwood Hill Drive and Camino de Oeste. Going to see some travel restrictions at the intersection, Ironwood Hills Drive and Camino de Oeste. And for your weather, 52 the low, sunny, and 83 tomorrow, 82 now. And I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 Traffic and Weather Together.
This report is sponsored by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. And most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. Member FDIC.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Bounce over to Bradley, holds the ball there, driving on DeBonsa, gets into the paint, bounce pass. There's Karchinkov, driving slam. 9 points for Karchinkov.
Yeah, Ivan Karchinkov has been big for the Wildcats, like Anthony Delorso the last 2 games, with the Wildcats having to retool their offense. We always knew what he was doing at the defensive end. He is one of the best defensive players in this conference. He'll be, I don't think there'll be any question that Ivan Karchinkov will be on the all-defensive team for the Big 12 this season. If he's not, that'll be a complete shock. But the offense has been really good. 16 more points in the win over the Houston Cougars. He went 5 of 11 from the field, hit a 3, 5 of 6 from the line. 16 points, 9 rebounds. 3 assists, had a steal in the ball game. And after the contest, Ivan Karchinkov, I tell you, I've told you right from the start, his personality, first time I ever talked to this young man at Media Day, his personality came off as like, wow, this is going to be a fun guy to cover. This is what Ivan Karchinkov said about going into Houston and becoming just the second team in 53 games to win on the Cougars' home floor.
At the beginning of the season, I love playing in tough environments, at home or on the road, and especially on the road. It's nice because like after the game, all the fans just leave, and the gym gets real quiet, and then you did your job right. No more talking after that. So there's of course a satisfaction to that. Knowing that coming home or going to the next game, you want to do it again or celebrate it with your own fans.
I love that. I love going in and the fans just leave. It gets real quiet. Man, Ivan Karchinkov, he's got a sly sense of humor to him, but he has been absolutely one of the fun pieces to watch on this team.
Iowa State's good. Not a lot of difference in any of the three teams. I mean, all three of those teams, we have a good team. We just didn't play good enough tonight to win.
Yeah, he's talking about the three teams right now that are sitting at the top of this Big 12 conference: Houston, Arizona, and Iowa State. The Wildcats still with a game to play against the Cyclones coming up this season. And, of course, Houston's got a huge one, Big 12. We'll get into that as we move along tonight, as well as they're on Big Monday on the road at the Fog Allen Fieldhouse tonight against the Kansas Jayhawks. Another, we mentioned last week, it's been just a parade every Monday night for the last 4 or 5 weeks. It has been a parade of ranked matchups in that Big Monday position for the Big 12, and they've got another one that's hanging out there tonight. Let's also hear from Emmanuel Sharp, the guard for the Houston Cougars, on the Wildcats coming in and spoiling the party in Houston.
I think they did a good job they played in the passing lanes a lot, kind of disrupted us, trying to get into some of our offense, and we made some careless passes and, allowed them to get steals, fast break layups, stuff like that. And then I don't think we did a good enough job defensive rebounding.
Do you think the physicality changed at all during the game, and then how did it affect your rhythm?
I mean, I think we matched their physicality. We won on the boards. We were pretty physical. I just think it was some of the small details. Like Coach said, if we would have scooped up a couple more of those defensive rebounds, I feel like we would have had a better chance, and then taking care of the ball. And then being better at the point of attack, we got forced more turnovers. They only have 5 turnovers, and that's unlike us. That's usually part of our style of play is turning teams over and getting buckets in transition, but we're just not doing that right now.
Yeah, so critical, the Dragon Ball, the fact that the Wildcats, much like they did when they program, DK on the sports tip. We want to chat with you today. Coming up later in this hour, we're going to talk some hockey as Adrian Denny from the Utah Mammoth will join us. We'll go over the Olympic tournament and also find out what's happening with the Roadrunners Parent Club. There's a lot of movement, players coming up and down of late. We'll kind of get a sense of what the Mammoth are doing as they slide players to and fro Salt Lake City and Tucson. Roadrunners unfortunately took a couple of L's over the weekend against Ontario, so they'll look to get back on track as they resume play later this week. DK on the sports tip. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you, gradual breakers. You keep your eyes on the road, so you've seen it all. As long as it all happened directly in front of you, like a Swedish masseuse, your foot knows exactly the right amount of pressure to apply to the brake. That's why your passengers feel totally relaxed with you behind the wheel and occasionally super sleepy. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
En garde! U.S. Olympians do it. Your neighbor's kid does it. And yes, it's the only socially acceptable way to carry a sword. Fencing. No, not the kind that keeps dogs in. This is the Olympic and Paralympic sport for all ages. Fencing is fun, safe, and welcoming. Physical chess that builds both body and mind. Kids and adults make friends fast, stay active, and even open doors to college programs nationwide. Learn more and find beginner classes near you at usafencing.org/tryfencing.
Conditions may apply to free hearing screening.
Are you or someone you know struggling with hearing loss? Nearly 37 million adults in the U.S. live with hearing loss, but many wait almost 9 years before taking action. The shocking part? Older adults with untreated hearing loss are more likely to experience social isolation and cognitive decline. The good news is getting your hearing screened is fast, easy, and free with Hear USA. At Hear USA, you'll meet with a hearing care professional who will screen your hearing, explain the results, and guide you on what to do next. If you've noticed any signs of hearing loss, don't wait. Schedule your free hearing screening and experience the benefits of the latest hearing aid technology. Don't miss out on life's moments. If you or someone you love thinks they're experiencing hearing loss, call Hear USA now for your free hearing screening. Call 800-406-6385 or visit hearusa.com today for a free hearing screening. Just call 800-406-6385. That's 800-406-6385. Hear USA. We've got your ears covered.
Westwood One Sports Talk. It's madness.
Who gets the basketball first?
Bracket busters.
12 seconds to go. Looking around.
Buzzer beaters.
And it goes in at the buzzer.
Wall-to-wall tournament talk.
National championship is in the balance. The inbound comes. Prayer pass. 5 seconds. Lays it up. Overshoots everyone. Scooped up for the win. And that'll do it. Yeah!
Westwood One Sports Talk. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Shoot your shot on Prize Picks and get $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. That's right, Prize Picks is now giving you $50 bonus credit in lineups when you sign up and play your first $5. Prize Picks makes every dunk, every dime, and every board that much more exciting. So don't miss this chance to get started on America's #1 app for sports picks. Now on Prize Picks, you simply pick 2 to 6 players, pick more or less on their stat projections, and submit your lineup. Prize Picks also has early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. And with player stacks, you can also pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Download the Prize Picks app today, use the code ROAM, and get a $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code ROAM on Prize Picks to get a $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in lineups just for playing. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Need parts fast? Need them now? O'Reilly is fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly Auto Parts stand apart. Right now at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts, you can get 1 free set of brake pads when you buy 2 qualifying brake rotors. Ask the professional parts people about additional brake pad and rotor upgrade options available at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night.
And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed, plus free home delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
The Winter Games in Italy have come to an end. It was a dramatic ending as the U.S. men's hockey team wins the gold medal thanks largely to this young man who had an unbelievable game between the pipes.
Here's Vince Marner. Marner towards the net. Oh, Taves had a wide open goal.
Marner looks for Taves on the backside. That puck's just going in. He got the paddle bush.
Wow. Incredible.
Connor Hellebuck, who actually plays above the border for the Winnipeg Jets, but makes his home and obviously here from the United States, born in Commerce, Michigan, and he was just absolutely fabulous. I mean, I kind of, well, I'll admit, I did not get up at 6 a.m. to watch this entire game.
Oh no!
I kind of got into it around midway through the second period, so that was maybe about 7:45, possibly 7:30, 7:45. I'm not getting up. I'm sorry. I'm not getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning. No, sorry. But yeah, I watched that entire third period, man. I'm thinking to myself, my gosh, he is just getting peppered. I think at one point it was 10-1 shots on goal in favor of Canada.
That second period certainly felt like it.
Oh my gosh, he was just getting hammered and just making every single stop. No question. Connor Hellebuck at Dragon Ball was the star of the show yesterday.
Oh, no, this is a guy who's absolutely in the running for the Vezina, which is the best goaltender in the NHL. I mean, Connor, he's been one of those guys where you hate playing against his team because you know it's going to be a tough night. He has good rebound control, has very good movement inside of the pipes, and he showed that. And not only that, I mean, some of those saves is just dark.
Traffic Center and your weather together. Collisions reported Valencia and Mark Road in Valencia, Ironwood Hill Drive and Camino de Oeste, and also Ina and Wade Road. Some slowdowns for both directions of travel on Ajo Way at Mission. 52 the overnight low, sunny, 83 tomorrow. 90 by Saturday. 82 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. Whoever said opposites attract was definitely talking about the new Spicy menu at DQ. Spicy flamethrower chicken strips served with a dip of sweet DQ soft serve. Sounds wrong, but tastes so right. The new Spicy menu at DQ. Happy tastes good. For a limited time at participating locations.
There's only one place to catch Brian Jeffries, the voice of your Arizona Wildcats.
Grabbed by Del Orso, who drives the baseline and slams it home.
He did what?
We are Wildcats Radio 1290.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know you can't cook. You're not one of those people who say that they can, but when people come over for dinner, they find out the hard way, you can't. You can't even microwave popcorn, and that's literally just one button. Plus, measuring and patience are huge parts of cooking, and that's just not you. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Pricing coverage match limited by state law.
Here's a tale of Tina searching up and down for decent GLP-1s, but got spun around.
Tell GoodRx Rodin, hey, we got something new. GLP-1 prescriptions, all FDA approved.
Brand name meds, no flags that are red.
Clear pricing from the start. None of those hidden fees in your cart.
Delivered to your door or pick up same day. Darn tootin'.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Hotfoot it to goodrx.com/weight loss. GoodRx is not insurance.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Jeff's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, America's #1 battery destination, where Sammy, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge. And Sammy does that for free too. In no time at all, Jeff is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Oh, no, not the sink. Not now.
Plumbing issues can put your life on pause. But with anytime emergency scheduling, the neighborly done right promise, and more, Mr. Rooter Plumbing will have your life flowing again in no time.
All fixed.
Much better.
Mr. Rooter is proud to cheer on the Cats. Mention this ad for 10% off any plumbing service. A win for the whole family. Bear down, Arizona.
Mr. Rooter Plumbing,
a neighborly company.
En garde.
Ever wanted to try an Olympic sport but think you're too old, too out of shape, too busy, or that those sports are just too unsafe? Think again. Fencing is taking the nation by storm, and it's a safe, fun, engaging sport that's perfect for everyone. Any age, any skill level. Classes are safe, active, engaging, and community-driven. No experience needed, and most clubs offer loaner gear for beginners. Learn more and find beginner classes near you at usafencing.org/tryfencing.
Every day is a balancing act, with work, family, goals, all asking for more. It helps to have tools that meet you at every step, and a team that will always be by your side. We're ICCU. We're a credit union that has been helping members achieve financial success since 1940. In fact, we put member success first, one by one, year after year, for 85 years and counting. Now, we're here for you, Tucson. Join us, ICCU.
You know it, your neighbors know it, and let's face it, the mailman knows it too. Your yard just isn't what it used to be, but thankfully, Dorado Rock Materials can get you, well, your yard anyway, back to what it once was, and even better. Dorado Rock Materials has just what your yard needs, from decorative rock to boulders and everything in between, brought right to you. And if you need help spreading it, we can help with that too. Dorado Rock Materials, the right service, the right product, the right price.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
The Celtics beat the Lakers last night. Jaylen Brown had 32 points, and the Celtics are 37-19, second in the East, only behind the Pistons. LeBron James, after the game, talked about Brown for MVP this season, with names like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic, and Victor Wembanyama all as frontrunners. He may not be the MVP, but he should absolutely be in the conversation. I'm Chris Black.
Empowered.
Ellie here is getting the sleeve she's always dreamed of. She worked with Empower and planned for her next move, so she got good at money. Now she can be a little bad. Oh, by the way, you spelled journey wrong. No worries. She can afford the cover-up, too. Ooh, check out my tat. It says, invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
America, look around. Everywhere you go, prices are still high, rates have been whipsawing markets, and the debt and spending don't exactly scream stability. Experts say diversifying with intention is the #1 secret account that all American smart money uses to hedge against instability. Monetary Gold has been around since 2000, witnessing multiple economic setbacks. If you call now, Monetary Gold will cover up to a lifetime of your IRA fees on qualified accounts. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
The unveil.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Walk across it comes. Jack Hughes wins it. The golden goal for the United States. For the first time since the 1980 miracle, the United States takes the gold.
Unbelievable Sunday here in the United States to see the Americans win a gold medal to sweep the Olympic hockey tournament, both the women and the men, beating Canada in overtime to bring home gold. Let's talk some hockey as the America is still on high from hockey. Bringing back our old friend, former voice of the Tucson Roadrunners, now broadcaster with the Utah Mammoth, Adrian Denny, joining us. Adrian, welcome back to Tucson.
Oh, DK, it's great to hear your voice. Hey, I've been skiing all day, so I didn't see the end of the poll question. Did we lead off with U of A or gold medal ice hockey today?
We led off with U of A by an overwhelming 85%.
That's fair. I watched the game, and I loved it. And I'm here for you right now to talk hockey.
So where are you skiing at?
Up at Brighton. In fact, the timing was perfect. I just finished my last run and walking across the parking lot right now.
There you go. Let me see. That's one of the benefits of getting to you. You spent a lot of time up in the Salt Lake City area before you came down here to Tucson. That's one of the benefits, I would imagine, to getting back up to Utah is having some nice snowbanks to go roll down.
Yeah, and I sneak up here every chance I get, even if it's just for a couple hours. And you know what, PK? I used to ski at Mount Lemmon. I used to leave practice at the GCC and go straight up to Mount Lemmon.
Wow!
But I don't think the resort has been opened in the last 2 years. So I would have really been craving this.
Oh yeah, we're going to be 80 all week here, so that's probably one of the reasons why. Adrian,
that's wonderful.
Adrian, just an unbelievable tournament. Obviously, it all kind of started last year with the Nations 4 and folks getting hyped up for this build up to the Olympic tournament and you know the United States and Canada getting back into the final. Just what were your top takeaways from the Americans being able to get this first gold in 46 years?
I thought they'd do it. Going into the tournament, DK, I'm thinking, okay, they lost in overtime last year in the Four Nations face-off. Didn't have arguably their best player, Quinn Hughes. We saw what he did in overtime against Sweden. You know, in sports, athletes are elite, and when they get their hearts broken, they just come back harder. And I kind of thought I might be on the right track when I heard GM Bill Armstrong come on the radio here in Salt Lake, the general manager of the Mammoth, and say he had Team USA doing it too. They were hungry. They weren't perfect, but they managed games. and they didn't fall behind, and they played from ahead. And when the other team tied it, if they did, they came back and they got the next goal whenever it came, whether it was in overtime or whenever. And for Team Canada, I don't know, DK. They trailed in 3 straight games and had to tie them and get to overtime or win it late. And we talked about it when I was with the Roadrunners. We talked about it with the Mammoth. It's not high percentage hockey when you're trailing in 3 straight games. Chances are you're not going to win. And for Team USA to not trail in 3 straight games, that's a percentage to win. But another storyline was the goaltending.
Yeah.
And the question for Canada going into it was, what do they have in terms of goaltending? You got the clutch Jordan Binnington, who's won a Game 7 of the Stanley Cup, won in overtime of the Four Nations last year. But there were some questions about goaltending, and it was completely overshadowed by the fact that Connor Hellebuck from the U.S. saw 41 shots yesterday in that win. He stole the game. We're not talking, was Canada's goaltending a liability? No. It was Team USA getting a goalie to steal him a game. He's been the best goalie in the NHL, won the award 2 straight years, and that was a real luxury for the Americans. So, you know, you can hear Canada saying, well, 3-on-3 is not how you decide a game. We were the better team, and there was a lot more context to that than what Nathan McKinnon said. But you got the vibe that they thought they should have won. But, hey, guess what? In hockey, it's why you have goalies to go out and steal your games. Not give you a chance to win, be the reason you win, and that's what happened to Team USA.
Adrian Denny joining us, broadcaster for the Utah Mammoth, longtime broadcaster down here with the Tucson Roadrunners. You know, Adrian, I'm old enough now that I have my own snowbirds that come in here now from the east to where it's like snowing like cats and dogs to winter for 5 weeks. And I was telling him, I was like, Team USA's captain, he's from right here in Arizona, Austin Matthews. He's one of our boys. He grew up here. I was like, you wouldn't think. I mean, in a place where it's so warm, but we got the captain. He's from our state.
You got the captain, and you got Brady Tkachuk, and you got Matthew Tkachuk.
Yeah.
And they were born in Arizona when their dad Keith was playing there. So there's some ties to the desert and Team USA, and there's nothing like hockey in the desert as it continues on with the Roadrunners and developing talent for the Mammoth and for us. The fans in Tucson were part of it from the beginning with guys like Dylan Gunther and Michael Carcone that are now helping the Mammoth get to this position where they're in a wild card spot right now. But that being said, it all goes back to the desert. There's all the stories that started there in hockey.
Well, you went to my next point there. The Mammoth right now holding on to that second wild card position in the Western Conference, trying to make the postseason for the first time since the pandemic year, trying to win 40 games for the first time since the Western Conference final year. How is this team set up now to finalize things over these final 24 games, Adrian?
We think that we're in a great spot, DK. The Mammoth started the year with the most road games in the NHL through Christmas, the most games played through Christmas. And GM Bill Armstrong just kept telling us, we just want to be around 500 at Christmas. We just want to be in the neighborhood because we know this is tough and this is a gauntlet, and it takes a toll on the body and mentally and all the overnight flights. And the Mammoth were in a playoff spot at Thanksgiving, and they were in a playoff spot at Christmas, and they finally started to play some home games in January, and they got running 11-4-1 going into the Olympic break, and at the Delta Center, a record of 8-1-1 since the first of the year. Exactly how Bill planned it out, exactly how he told us it was going to happen. And now you're coming out of Four Nations in that playoff spot. And DK, there's not a lot of movement. As much as we wanted to believe last year, right? We thought we were in a good spot, and we had a great second half, 14-8-4 after Four Nations. It just wasn't quite enough. The St. Louis Blues winning 12 games in a row, which was a big part of that too, which nobody saw coming, to pass us, Calgary, and Vancouver. But to be in this spot, 14 of the 16 teams that made the playoffs last year were in the playoffs at this time of year at the Four Nations face-off. So the Mammoths feel they're in a good spot. They've managed the season exactly how they'd hoped to go into the final 25 games with Karel Vejmelka, who's tied to the NHL lead in wins, to have him lead them into the postseason.
Now, it was interesting, Adrian. There was a lot of movement the last 10 days during this break. I saw a lot of guys kind of going up and coming down. Was that designed maybe to get some guys that weren't playing during this break some ice time down here in Tucson?
Yeah, Daniil Boot came down right before the Olympic break, played one game, and then he was on his Olympic break. But in the last 10 days, you've seen guys come up from the Roadrunners because the Mammoth had 4 guys at the Olympics. You had Clayton Keller, the captain, Oli Mata,
bodies for practice.
Karel Vejmelka. Yeah, so we needed bodies for practice was one part of it. JJ Peterka was on Team Germany, Vejmelka Czechia, Mata Finland, Keller the USA. But you needed some practice bodies, but it also was just an opportunity to reward guys like Ben McCartney and Matt Villalta and Cameron Hebig and Dmitry Simashev and Daniil Boot and Scott Perunovich and Kevin Connaughton, who are down in Tucson doing a great job and growing individually and helping the Roadrunners push forward, moving towards that playoff spot that they're in. And I'm excited for the second half of the Roadrunners because they've got a team that I watch them play. I love watching them play. They're fun and they work so hard. They're never out of a game. They're learning how to hold on to win games, and that's a great young team with youth, prospects, leadership. But DK, so the guys that came up filled in for Keller, Peterka, Mata, Vejmelka. But when you come up to the NHL and you're on a two-way contract, like all those guys, Simashev and Boot are on entry levels, but same thing, you get the prorated NHL salary,
right,
which is a nice chunk of change at the end of the 2-week pay period. You notice that you've been in the NHL, even in a day or 2 or 3, or in Ben McCartney's case, for over a week.
Yeah.
And Bill Armstrong and John Ferguson and David Ludwig and the management team, they have always looked out for those guys in Tucson to find a way to reward them. You know, when we were down there, Bill would call a guy up to play an NHL game. He'd call a guy up at the end of the year, like Maximilian Zuber and Aku Ratu, to give them their NHL debuts, not only for the paycheck, but just the experience of the hard work paying off. And that's what's so cool about how Bill has built all of this. He takes care of his guys. So now that the Mammoth are in a situation of, you know, every game means something, right? We're not in the build anymore. We're not trying to play meaningful games. So we're looking to clinch a playoff spot and make a run. You know, it's winning, you're in. It's the same lineup, right? Our lineup stays the same. And so there's just not the opportunity that we had a couple years ago to call up guys to give them a game, a debut. But you can call them up, and when you're up here, you're treated like a king. And we've got a brand new practice facility, the Utah Mammoth Ice Center, which is just a castle. And then you got the salary, but it's rewarding those guys for the hard work that they put in for Steve Potvin, John Slaney, and Zach Stortini down at the Roadrunners. And you know what? Probably cost the Roadrunners a couple of games this weekend to Ontario. They were 1-goal games late, but I'm watching those games, DK, and I'm thinking this team is in great shape, and this is going to be a fun run for the Roadrunners because they're going to get the practice guys back with that week or two with being in the NHL, but they've got a heck of a team and they compete and they go to work for each other. And I love watching the Roadrunners, and every chance I get, I'm on AHL TV tuning in.
There you go. Well, Adrian, hey, let's talk next time about some playoff hockey for the franchise. How about that?
Let's do it, DK. Call anytime, my friend.
Absolutely.
I love talking to you. I love being back on the air in Tucson. It's got a special place in my heart. And wish you all the best. Go Tucson, bear down, and we'll talk to you soon.
Adrian Denny, broadcaster for the Utah Mammoth. They will be back on the ice here later this week, trying to get that postseason position right now, fourth in the Central Division and in the wild card spot number 2 in the Pacific Division right now, behind the Vegas Golden Knights, Edmonton Oilers, Seattle Kraken, Utah, and Anaheim right now in those 2 wild card positions. All right, hour number 1 is in the books. Dragon Ball is here. He's giving you everything happening in sports, Southern Arizona, as well as sports around the world.
And looking around, we're going to go ahead and start off with the University of Arizona Wildcats managing to go and get another big win in the Big 12 against one of the nation's top-ranked programs, the Houston Cougars, this past Saturday. They now take over sole possession of first place in the conference. And when asked if the win in Houston's going to help galvanize the team to continue this type of play down the stretch run, Tommy Lloyd seemed to be pretty in agreement with that idea.
I don't think any doubt. You know, I mean, there's a lot of ways a game like this gives you a boost. Number one is just confidence and belief and will to find a way. You know, it keeps you in the hunt for a conference championship, you know, which is obviously important. And you know, and I'm sure this is this win doesn't look bad on our resume when it comes down to seeding and you know, you're hoping for matchups in the tournament. I mean, by no means does this win guarantee anything. But it probably doesn't help, your prospects moving forward.
Again, Arizona finds themselves now sitting at number 2 in the nation, just behind Duke in today's latest update to the polls. And some scary news for the Diamondbacks is they're going to have to go ahead and be monitoring their opening day starter in Merrill Kelly. He's undergoing MRIs due to reports of some back tightness he suffered on Saturday. Kelly was scheduled to throw live hitters, but stepped away after his bullpen session, which Kelly said was the sharpest it felt after his second bullpen of camp. Now, Kelly went on to say that until they get the image, they won't put any concern on it so they can properly evaluate it. But again, this is something to go ahead and monitor for the Diamondbacks ahead of opening day. In the Winter Games, you just heard it came to a fantastic close to the gold medal game with the U.S. hockey team coming up with a win over Canada in overtime. Jack Hughes puts away the golden goal. Now, the final tally of the Winter Games, the USA sat at second place in total medals with 33 and 12 golds for their time. And Norway came out with 41 total medals, 18 of which were gold. And filling out the podium, Italy takes away 30 medals for third place, 10 of those being gold medals, as that puts a cap in the games in Milan. And I'm Dragon Ball, your 2020 Sports Update on Wildcats Radio 1290.
Join David Kelly this Wednesday from 3 to 6 at Showtime Cards for Wild Card Wednesdays. Showtime Cards will have live box breaks happening right in the store. You never know what pulls might pop up. Whether you're into baseball, football, basketball, soccer, MMA, comics, Pokemon, Star Wars, or anything in between, Showtime Cards has something for every collector. Catch all the action this Wednesday, 3 to 6 at Showtime Cards, located on Speedway just east of Craycroft, with Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic Center. Collisions reported River near Campbell on River to the east of Campbell. Westbound slowing on River approaching Campbell. Valencia and Mark Road in Valencia with some pretty heavy slowdowns eastbound Valencia at Mark Road, and also Ironwood Hill Drive and Camino de Oeste. 52 the overnight low, sunny, and 83 tomorrow, and 90 by Saturday. 82 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's new Girl Scout Thin Mints Frosty Fusion. Wendy's new Girl Scout Thin Mints Frosty Fusion is here. With a mint chocolate sauce, this treat was designed to be loved. Be sure to get the new Thin Mints Frosty Fusion soon, because just like Girl Scout cookie season, it won't be here forever. Plus, don't forget to order your fave cookies on girlscoutcookies.org. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's and Girl Scouts of the USA.
I'm Pat Boyle here to help you beat the books in Westwood One Sports. The two young gun challengers in the NBA square off tonight when the Pistons host the Spurs, and I'm expecting a physical defensive game. These are two of the top 3 rated defenses all year long, and they're both on big winning streaks. That spells under to me. Good thing they're both in the top 10 and going under their game totals this season as well. You want 90s basketball with MVP candidates on both sides? This will be as close to it as you can get. I'm going under in Pistons Spurs. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey, man. Yeah, it's me, your furnace, man. Hey, can I get a light here, man? I know we live in Arizona, so I understand I'm not, like as cool as your air conditioner. But I still need a tune-up at least once a year, man. So get the best in town, man. Goodfellas AC, bro. Hey, anybody smell that, man? I swear it wasn't me. Okay, it was me.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
Conditions may apply to free hearing screening.
Are you or someone you know struggling with hearing loss? Nearly 37 million adults in the U.S. live with hearing loss, but many wait almost 9 years before taking action. The shocking part? Older adults with untreated hearing loss are more likely to experience social isolation and cognitive decline. The good news is getting your hearing screened is fast, easy, and free with Hear USA. At Hear USA, you'll meet with a hearing care professional who will screen your hearing, explain the results, and guide you on what to do next. If you've noticed any signs of hearing loss, don't wait. Schedule your free hearing screening and experience the benefits of the latest hearing aid technology. Don't miss out on life's moments. If you or someone you love thinks they're experiencing hearing loss, call Hear USA now for your free hearing screening. Call 800-406-6385 or visit hearusa.com today for a free hearing screening. Just call 800-406-6385. That's 800-406-6385. Hear USA. We've got your ears covered.
Morning begins in the Rincon foothills. Rocking K, a master planned community and place to call home, offering distinct neighborhoods designed to fit your lifestyle. Explore the outdoors, walk the trails, visit Saguaro National Park. Enjoy community parks and make new friends at Rocking K resident events. Walk to Vail School District's newest campus in Rocking K, Saguaro Creek. 17 model homes, 6 quality builders, move-in ready homes available from the 300s. Rocking K, designed by nature, a community by design.
En garde! U.S. Olympians do it, your neighbor's kid does it, and yes, it's the only socially acceptable way to carry a sword, fencing. No, not the kind that keeps dogs in. This is the Olympic and Paralympic sport for all ages. Fencing is fun, safe, and welcoming. Physical chess that builds both body and mind. Kids and adults make friends fast, stay active, and even open doors to college programs nationwide. Learn more and find beginner classes near you at usafencing.org/tryfencing.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. Tune to DK on the Sports Tip weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. The Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at iccu.com.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Hour number 2 of our show on this Monday. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. We have a full show for you today. Tomorrow, obviously, is game day. Arizona and Baylor. The second to final road game of the season for your Arizona men's basketball team will be on the air tomorrow. It's a normal 7 o'clock start. For us, I think it's an 8 o'clock for them because they're in the central time zone. 7 o'clock for us. We'll be on the air tomorrow at 3:30 with your Meridian Wealth Management Arizona game day. That's the basketball in Texas. Here in Arizona, the ladies will play tomorrow against Houston. It's the battle of the two teams at the bottom of the Big 12. So I think they'll be playing for that final seeding. See who stays out of that number 16 slot for the Big 12 tournament that is coming up. Wildcats will also have senior night tomorrow night out at McHale Center, and they'll celebrate the seniors, most of, if not all, who have come over for just this first season. And then they'll get ready to play one more game this weekend before, and that'll be at Utah. They'll play Saturday at Utah before heading to Kansas City for the Big 12 tournament on the ladies' side next week. We've been chatting a lot about the Olympic team winning the gold medal over the weekend. U of A baseball did not fare. They finally got a win, which is a positive. They did get a win on the weekend. They had lost Friday or Thursday night to start the series against the UConn Huskies. Then they went and lost again on Friday night But Saturday was finally the charm. Let's hear who finally gave the Wildcats an opportunity to win a ball game.
Arizona with the lead. And McIntyre rips this one out to left field. Myers is waved home. The throw comes in, and he's safe.
Carson McIntyre with an RBI single on Saturday night. And it was, again, another tight game, well-pitched game on both sides. But the Wildcats were finally able to break through after 6 games and get their first win of the season as they were able to win it on Saturday evening. And that was a great night to be out at the ballpark. They honored the late James Ferris, who was on the 2012 National Championship team. A lot of the guys from that 2012 team were back in the ballpark that night, along with longtime head coach Andy Lopez. So a 5-4 victory in honor of Big James. Wildcats got a couple of runs in the second inning. They were down 3-2 going into that bottom of the 8th inning. And Carson McIntyre got that big hit to lengthen out a lead as the Wildcats would score 3 times in the 8th and then hold on in the 9th to get the 5-4 victory. Unfortunately, things did not go well for the Wildcats yesterday as they got their doors blown off 12-2. Colin McKinney, again, was the Friday night guy to start last season, kind of fell out of that role as the season went on last year and did not necessarily have a whole lot of length to his action yesterday as Colin made it through just 2 innings. Allowed 3 runs on 3 hits, had a couple of walks, struck out 3, only faced 11 batters in the game, just 45 pitches as the Wildcats had to use 6 pitchers to get through yesterday, and they lose it by a score of 11. I think I said 12. 11-2 was the final. So the Wildcats now falling to 1-7 to start the season. Let's hear some of the lowlights from Sunday's game.
And he gets a good swing on this one. Out to deep right center field. Going back is McIntyre at the track, and that's gone. A home run for Nader Wachter. It's a 2-run shot, and UConn tacks on a pair of runs to now go up 3-0 on the Wildcats. As this one is lined out to right field, that's a fair ball. As Thomas rounds second, and he'll be waved around third as the throw comes in from Dan Zeisen. And UConn has extended their lead. The 0-2 pitch. Hit high in the air, out to left. Wachter moving to his right. And he'll make the catch for out number 3, and that'll do it as UConn takes the series victory here in Tucson.
Wildcats team ERA right now, 5.67. In falling in 7 of their first 8 games. That is not going to get it done. They've allowed 46 runs in 73 innings, and they have 43 walks. So they have just as many walks almost as runs allowed to the Wildcats. On the offensive side, they're hitting just 224. That's going to make for a tough go. And we'll see. We'll see how things continue to progress for this team. They've got some important games coming up this weekend over in Las Vegas. Let's hear from Chip Hale after the ball game, just talking about where his team sits at 1-7.
Obviously isn't where you want it to be at this point in the season. How do you go about rallying the troops?
Well, we just got to play better. I mean, our mantra is to go 1-0 each day, and last night we were able to do it. Today, no. But you're never going to win a game when we talk about free 90s. So we gave up 29 free 90s to them today. They gave up 1. So, that's just not going to cut it. We just didn't play good baseball. We had some decent at-bats along the way, some stuff going on, but it's tough to stand out there on defense that long, and too many walks, too many hit batsmen. So just didn't play very crisp baseball.
You doubled up your hits from last night today, so you had 12 versus 6
right.
yesterday. So the hits are coming.
They're getting there.
Yeah, it's just they're not going where you need them to go get the runs home.
Yeah, I think also we're not playing at a speed that this program is used to seeing. We're if you notice every defensive play, it's almost a bang play. It's almost everybody wants to review every play when we're on defense. and we just have to pick it up. Guys have to play a little freer and believe in their skills. And, so, it's partly on us as coaches, and it's partly on them. They need to understand that this is big time baseball, and you have to play at your highest speed you can.
That was Chip Hale after the ball game talking to the media. Michael Lev from the Arizona Daily Star providing that sound right there. Dragon Ball, I'm not sure exactly what goes in to the term free 90s.
I think that's the depth of the field there at High Corbett, 390 feet from home plate. Because if I'm not mistaken, we heard one of those UConn home runs in that contest. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what he means in regards to just keeping the ball from going 390 feet from home plate. But at the same time, again, you mentioned the ERA. It's not great right now.
Collisions reported River near Campbell on River to the east of Campbell. Westbound slowing on River approaching Campbell. Valencia and Mark Road in Valencia with some pretty heavy slowdowns eastbound Valencia at Mark Road, and also Ironwood Hill Drive and Camino de Oeste. 52 the overnight low, sunny, and 83 tomorrow, and 90 by Saturday. 82 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Staples has hot deals and super low prices on everything for your business. And right now, brand your business at Staples with up to 30% off custom labels. Exclusions apply. Shop Staples in-store, online, or in the app. Ends April 18th. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Gradual breakers. You keep your eyes on the road, so you've seen it all. As long as it all happened directly in front of you, like a Swedish masseuse, your foot knows exactly the right amount of pressure to apply to the brake. That's why your passengers feel totally relaxed with you behind the wheel and occasionally super sleepy. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
Tobacco Barn presents the continuing saga of Captain Tobacco.
We're here at a local Tucson tobacco store where evil high tobacco prices have gone up yet again.
Look, up in the sky.
I'm Captain Tobacco, here to fight evil high tobacco prices.
My hero.
Remember, citizens, save up to 40% on your favorite tobacco products at Tobacco Barn.
Look at those muscles.
Stand back while I hang 5 on these evil high prices.
It's Tucson's only place to save up to 40% on all your favorite tobacco products. You'll pay no city or state sales tax because they're on the reservation. And save up to another $3 off with a coupon at tobaccobarntucson.com.
He did it!
That's why I'm Captain Tobacco, fighting high tobacco prices everywhere.
Hooray! My hero.
Tobacco Barn, Nogales Highway, just south of Valencia. Check tobaccobarntucson.com.
Tell them Captain Tobacco sent you.
Oh, brother.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Our beautiful Arizona winter weather brings cooler overnight temperatures, which means some of you are now seeing your vehicle's low pressure warning light. Colder overnight temperatures can lower your tire's pressure just enough to trigger a warning light. But don't worry, many times the solution is simply adding the correct amount of air to your tires. Then get back to enjoying the fantastic winter weather. If adding the air doesn't do the trick, stop by any of our 14 area Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care locations for a free tire inspection and air pressure check. And if you need help with the low pressure warning light, we fix those too. Mention this radio offer for free installation with the purchase of any new tire pressure sensor. We'll install it in your wheel and rebalance your tires absolutely free. You'll find even more specials to get your car road trip ready at jackfurriers.com. So call ahead, make an appointment online, or just drop by. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Since 1960, we're here to get you there.
Hey, Ron. Gary.
Gary.
William. Ron.
Gary.
Hey.
Okay, we got that out of the way. What's on your mind?
I don't think people should pay their bills.
That sounds... illegal?
Let me finish. I don't think people should pay their bill until 2027 for a brand new system from Alaskan AC.
Wasn't this my idea last month?
Yes, but this is this month, and it's my idea.
Hard to argue that logic. Okay, so the message is simple. Get a brand new heating and air system installed neatly in just one day
with AeroSeal duct sealing
and inspected 5 ways to Sunday. All of it, and make no payments till 2027.
With approved credit. I'm the disclaimer guy.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Now what? No need to complicate things, right? Start this year out with a shiny new heating and air system.
And no payments for a full year.
Seems like we're forgetting something.
No, I did the disclaimer thingy.
Can't put my finger on it. Oh, schedule now at AlaskanAC.com.
That's it. Can't forget that part.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance, making it easy to save you money. When you bundle your auto policy with home, condo, or renters, you'll earn a multi-policy discount. Easy to bundle, easy to save. Visit Progressive.com.
I'm Taylor Bishotti with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Chiefs head coach Andy Reid said he will not attend the 2026 NFL Combine, but he did provide an update on quarterback Patrick Mahomes' recovery from a torn ACL. Reid says Mahomes is rehabbing at the facility 7 hours a day and is making progress every day. Reid also said that tight end Travis Kelce has not yet made a decision on his NFL future, but he has been in communication with the team. Reid added, quote, "As long as there's communication, I'm good. That means people want to move forward." Elsewhere, Brian Fleury was recently introduced as the Seahawks' new offensive coordinator. Fleury said his offense will look very similar to what Seattle ran this past season, adding that he plans to be fast, violent, and aggressive in every way. And the NFL Combine, presented by Microsoft Copilot, begins this week in Indianapolis, running Thursday through Sunday on NFL Network and streaming on NFL Plus. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Wendy's has a new Girl Scout Thin Mints Frosty Fusion with Girl Scout Thin Mints cookie pieces, rich creamy frosty, and a mint chocolate cookie sauce. Which means Girl Scout Thin Mints and Wendy's Frosty, yeah, they're basically best friends now. It's like two delicious desserts just high-fived, snapped a few too many friendship selfies, and then rode a tandem bike down a never-ending road of mint chocolate frosty perfection. So, swing by Wendy's and try the new Thin Mints Frosty Fusion.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. The weather here is starting to warm up again. It was really great in the front part of the month when we had some of the professional soccer teams in town again for the Desert Showcase out at Keno Sports Complex. 4 clubs from the USL Championship League were here: Colorado Springs, Louisville, New Mexico, and Vision FC, along with Spokane Velocity FC, training and competing in matches out on the sports complex. Let's talk some soccer with the guy that knows it best here in Southern Arizona. John Perlman is the president of FC Tucson. He joins us now. John, always great to get a chance to chat with you. I saw you out at U of A baseball the other night. Did you stay warm out there on Friday night?
I did. It was chilly. It's good to see that. I think they got their first win, correct?
Not that night, but the next night. Yes.
The next night. No, I know not that night. But I always love to go to any of the games. I support all the athletics here. I'm in high school games for various sports, and obviously I love baseball too. It's a great college venue for baseball, and really it was great to see you, and it was really nice to be out there. And obviously, we all love Tucson sports, so we're just going to keep pushing them.
We're starting to get, obviously, our ramp up. FC Tucson this time of year, January, February, has always been a popular time for professional teams to come in here to get ready for their seasons. That continued again earlier this month. As I mentioned, how did things go with the Desert Showcase?
Yeah, things are great. It was really a good period of time with a lot of great training. We had a great matchup with New Mexico playing Colorado Springs, and Spokane is still here training this week. They played Grand Canyon on the weekend, and it's great to see Carlos Marancio, who's their starting goalkeeper, who is our starting goalkeeper and a Tucson native, out there playing for Spokane. And we had some of our former players out here, with Louisville City, Kyle Adams, who is a New Zealand national, who's, a guy who's also, on the cusp of their national team, possibly for World Cup selection. So again, great to see some old faces, great to see the competition out here. And obviously we love showcasing, Tucson, Arizona as a soccer site, and it's gone really well. And obviously we're continuing to work to build that up to where it was at its peak, where we had 12 teams and lots of MLS teams and a lot of action going on here. But it was good action, and we've kept it, it's been in place for, almost 16 years now. And we're going to keep working on that as we work on everything that we do.
You mentioned, obviously, there was a time when we saw more Major League Soccer teams in here. John, will we get back to that at some point?
I think it's really, it's sort of challenging for a number of reasons. One, our site was the first to market with really having training fields and understanding how to take care of teams. Then, of course, what we did got duplicated and also, copied in many ways for positive reasons. And, like I said, the biggest, client, taker away for us is the head of the LA Galaxy, Phil Anschutz. So obviously owns property in Coachella, owns, the 40 polo fields out there, and has every owner on short dial. So again, it's a very easy move. California, again, Palm Springs during that time. And, it is also, and this is a positive thing for the community, a lot of the main times people want to be here are the times where hotels are the most expensive they are the entire time of the year.
Right.
So the one gem show week, which tended to be our best week, is you can't get a Red Roof Inn for under $300, which is a good thing. Again, I'm very pro gem, but there are certain things that weren't in the same, and we took advantage of being an open state during COVID, and we were able, and I have lots of great relationships, but there are conversations going on with me and MLS teams about, wanting to see if they could come back to the tournament because other places are expensive for different reasons. The other factor, Dave, is that teams in the initial part of MLS when we're having out here, they weren't required, it was earlier stages of the league, they didn't fly charter everywhere. And now they fly charter everywhere. So when you're talking about where we go geographically, we're very well positioned for cost for flying and for teams. They can go and fly charter direct to Portugal or to Spain, and the cost in Europe is, other than the travel, was the same cost as it would be here, and the cost of facilities there and opportunities is exponentially lower, and they can have the same experience and play European teams that are in full form and not necessarily play each other. So there's some advantages to that, and there's partnerships that are made through that. So, but, we really sit in a very good position for USL for a lot of these teams. They're thrilled about them. We have a lot of testimonials that we've gotten this year, and we're ramping up the marketing efforts to pull in more USL and some MLS teams in for periods of time. And, obviously us having the World Cup training here and some potential, sort of some mild upgrades to the facility, which will also help make us even more attractive in that area, are going to be happening. So it's exciting.
John Proman is the president and founder of FC Tucson. He joins us. John, you mentioned, obviously, World Cup training. That dropped last week. Team Iran is going to be here. So how did that work? I mean, did you guys put your name in as a place that wants to host a team, and then FIFA decides, who goes where?
Yeah, so the process is this. You have to qualify under FIFA's stringent requirements for what a city and a community has to do to host a team, plus your facility has to meet the standards. And, when the Club World Cup first came here, there was the first opportunity for teams to come here. And, we were referred by our friends at El Paso to FIFA, and then we said we really think this would be a great thing for Tucson. It's obviously it's good business, one for a time of year where we don't have a ton of business, in the summer getting sports teams to come here. It's not the same as getting them to come here in the winter. And we really saw this as a great partnership opportunity to, again, remind people that Tucson's an internationally world-renowned location for competitive sport and our weather and our facilities and all of this. And we thought it was good for FC Tucson, but most of all, it was good for Pima County. It was good for Tucson. So once we got approved for that process, what you do, you're one of the sites that teams are allowed to select from. So you go in this digital booklet per se, and then teams can go look at it, and then you find out where you're drawn in the tournament. So for us, one of the teams visited a team from Japan for the Club World Cup because it made sense for them location-wise, but I don't think they had a sense in what the temperatures would be, and they wanted to train during the day and things like that. Obviously, with the Qatar World Cup, people got used to higher temperatures and training at night. It became something that was less of a abnormal thing. So we really still thought we had an opportunity at the World Cup piece, but the teams get to select from FIFA sites or they could select their own. But what FIFA does is vet the sites for them. So Tucson or Pima County has no say in FIFA doesn't necessarily have a say in whether they're selected other than saying, look, these are sites that we've approved, so you can't get mad at us if you go to a different site and it doesn't meet the standards that you think it's going to meet.
Right.
Now, England can go and say, we're buying out the Ritz-Carlton. It depends on the economies of each of the federations. England can say, we're buying out the Ritz-Carlton. We're buying, we're going to visit individually every single site, and we're bringing a contingency of whatever, and they're going to be able to do it. And it starts where you're ranked in the World Cup, and then where are your games located? So Iran ended up having games located in Pasadena and Seattle. The sites that they were able to fit in, we were one of those sites, and that's how it came to pass. But we didn't have any choice of selecting the team. I mean, obviously, if we had the choice of selecting the team, as wonderful, and Iran's a top 20 ranked team, and this is a great opportunity. I mean, commercially, there's obviously lots of teams that have incredible viability. Their fans are able to travel into market, from outside the country and see their team train. So, I mean, there's obviously, we don't have any say in it. And there were, the dream of obviously having a Messi or, any top English player come here and, different players from Colombia or whatever, Luis Diaz, the opportunity for those teams to come here. Obviously, we would love to have a team that had maybe more marquee and a little ease of their own contingency traveling here. And obviously, the geopolitical challenges with a team that selected us. But again, soccer is a great unifying sport, and sport is something that unites and overcomes, differences. And it's really a chance for countries to come together. And that's what the World Cup's supposed to be about. So we're pleased to be hosting, pleased to be participating. And it's a real honor to be able to do it because so few cities get to do that. And there are so few teams that are in the World Cup or even have the opportunity to host. So,
John, let me ask you this question. Are we guaranteed a team regardless? Because obviously there's some things happening way above yours and I's head that maybe Iran does not come or cannot come. Yeah. Are we guaranteed another team?
So I can't speak to what would happen. Now, what I believe would likely happen is we would still be a top choice for any replacement team in the discussions, should that be needed. It would be the teams that were finished second in the group that Iran was in would be then offered the spot, and then the other team would be pushed into the playoffs, depending on the behavior. But as that gets later, how they choose to replace that team would be interesting, And then, so I mean, in the group, I think Iraq is in the playoff now, and then you have Uzbekistan, who finished third, I think, in that group. So it would likely come from that group, or FIFA can do some other. It could be where the teams are overall in the FIFA rankings. I mean, all respect to FIFA, but they've done some creative things in the past. Let me put it that way. And I couldn't speak to what the maneuver, but FIFA has contemplated this, and it's understood that there are geopolitical things can happen, such as happened with somebody like Russia in the Olympics and things of that nature.
Right.
When someone's international behavior doesn't meet the standard, or but I couldn't speak to that. Our goal is to be a great partner to Pima County. We're not now. It's us, changing our schedule around a little bit, moving our trainings around, moving some of our games, to still create an amazing environment, but to allow the opportunity for this to happen. And we're just proud that we're always going to be an organization that does what we believe is best for our community. We know that will always serve us best in the long term for our business model, and we're always going to do what we think is right. So,
John,
this is the right move.
What is the fan side of this? Would these workouts be open to the public? Would there be any friendlies played that fans would be able to go to?
So traditionally, in general, friendlies are not usually played open in the country once the World Cup gets started.
Okay.
So the chance of there being a closed door friendly is probably likely. I don't know who they might do in their squad. There might be somebody in a close enough location that wants to do that. But that's always tricky because you don't want to show your hand formation, anything like that. So there's something probably that would go on. And then traditionally, teams are encouraged and often do at least a singular, very open training session where the general public and the community can come, and then fans of that country that are unable to go to the World Cup or are in that community could come. And obviously, there's a large Persian community in our area and in Phoenix and close in LA. So we would love there to be an open training session, but that is at the discretion of the country visiting. And we will certainly, I'm sure Pima County will advocate for that opportunity with Iran. But like I said, that's outside of our job was to connect Pima County with FIFA, to showcase the facility, to say we'd be willing to work cooperatively with any team in Pima County. And then it's really up to the team in Pima County to decide how to best, position this for maximum community, positive things happening for it, whether it's fiscally or from a opportunity to see things and this opportunity for us to be showcased in the facility that we have. So.
John Perlman from FC Tucson. John, real quick, how is the USL2 side sizing up? We're still obviously very early, I would imagine, in that process, but what is that looking like as we get closer to the season?
Oh no, we've built out a team with a couple slots left. The team is incredibly strong. A bunch of our top returners, a bunch of top performing players through Division I, Division II, and NAIA. Again, some great local guys that we've had in the past. We're going to start doing player announcements soon. I love this team. I'm really excited that we are able to, because, we didn't have as many returners last year, so we started from scratch. Again, another top team, another great performance. But Seba's really, we've worked together again to put together what we believe is another really just great attacking, exciting squad. So we're incredibly excited, and the players are excited about the fact that we are a facility that's hosting something like this. So they're on board, and I think it's going to be, again, it's hard to match what we've done. We've had, teams that have been just second round of playoffs. It's so hard. There's 140 teams now vying for these players, and I think Seba has done a terrific job. Again, the players we have coming back are guys that people are going to remember as top performers, and we've bolstered up our attacking side, and we're excited about that. And, I just can't wait to roll this team out. I think people are going to be extremely entertained and excited again.
All right, John. Well, we look forward to all that is happening on the USL2 side as well as the World Cup training side. We look forward to talking to you again as we get closer to all that happening.
And DK, you remember we did the World Cup picks another time when you were doing something else. I'm here for that.
Okay.
You want me in on the listen? Anything I can do for your show, or you're the man. Love Wildcat Radio. Love everything you do in the community and how you support Pima Athletics and all the high schools. And just again, really appreciate what you do. And I'm just a resource for you, and love it. And if you want to go pick for pick against me, we can do that too. And I'm happy to.
You would kick my ass, John. You know that.
Well, I gotta. Seba's doing all the winning now. I gotta find something I can win at. So.
There you go. John, we'll talk to you again soon. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, DK. Appreciate it.
John Perlman, president and founder of FC Tucson. Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the fives with your traffic and your weather.
From the Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic Center. With collisions reported Valencia and Mark Road, River Road east of Campbell, Ajo Way east of I-19 at 16th Avenue, backups on westbound Ajo approaching I-19, more slowing southbound La Cholla at Ajo, backups Ajo and Mission westbound and southbound. 52, the overnight low, sunny and 83 tomorrow, 84 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. And most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Michael from the Warren Treaty.
You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
I'm Dr. Howard Levine, Director of Cleveland Nasal Sinus and Sleep Center. During cold and flu season, I tell my patients the key to staying well is to pull out germs, mucus, bacteria, and viruses from the nose using the Navage-powered nasal irrigator. I irrigate my own nose daily with Navage to stay healthy and after seeing sick patients.
For drug-free congestion relief, trust #1 doctor-recommended Navage. Available at Walmart and Walgreens.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Our beautiful Arizona winter weather brings cooler overnight temperatures, which means some of you are now seeing your vehicle's low-pressure warning light. Colder overnight temperatures can lower your tire's pressure just enough to trigger a warning light. But don't worry, many times the solution is simply adding the correct amount of air to your tires. Then get back to enjoying the fantastic winter weather. If adding the air doesn't do the trick, stop by any of our 14 area Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care locations for a free tire inspection and air pressure check. And if you need help with the low pressure warning light, we fix those too. Mention this radio offer for free installation with the purchase of any new tire pressure sensor. We'll install it in your wheel and rebalance your tires absolutely free. You'll find even more specials to get your car road trip ready at jackfurriers.com. So call ahead, make an appointment online, or just drop by. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Since 1960, we're here to get you there.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
February weather in the Oak Pueblo is beautiful. It's the time of year to go outside and enjoy the great outdoors. Springtime will be coming soon, and so will the Arizona heat. Now's the time to plan for the long, hot summer that we all know is coming. Now, for a limited time, we are offering 5-year, no-interest financing on Rheem air conditioning and heating systems, OAC. Call now, 520-492-0748, or book your appointment online at PictureRocksCooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, heating and plumbing.
Wildcat fans, where do you go when the final buzzer sounds? You don't head home. You head to Roadhouse Cinemas and Roadies, Tucson's home court for great food, craft beer, and nonstop fun. At Roadies, you can bowl, throw an axe, play arcade games, or grab a burger while the next game plays on the massive screens. Then, catch the newest movies right next door at Roadhouse Cinemas with luxury recliners and full in-seat dining. Game days, movie nights, anytime. Make it a win at Roadhouse Cinemas and Roadies on the corner of Grant and Swan.
Conditions may apply to free hearing screening.
Are you or someone you know struggling with hearing loss? Nearly 37 million adults in the U.S. live with hearing loss, but many wait almost 9 years before taking action. The shocking part? Older adults with untreated hearing loss are more likely to experience social isolation and cognitive decline. The good news is getting your hearing screened is fast, easy, and free with Hear USA. At Hear USA, you'll meet with a hearing care professional who will screen your hearing, explain the results, and guide you on what to do next. If you've noticed any signs of hearing loss, don't wait. Schedule your free hearing screening and experience the benefits of the latest hearing aid technology. Don't miss out on life's moments. If you or someone you love thinks they're experiencing hearing loss, call Hear USA now for your free hearing screening. Call 800-406-6385 or visit hearusa.com today for a free hearing screening. Just call 800-406-6385. That's 800-406-6385. Hear USA. We've got your ears covered.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
Every quarterback at this year's NFL Combine has something to prove besides consensus #1 pick Fernando Mendoza, and that should make for an exciting week in Indianapolis. Every other QB from Ty Simpson to Carson Beck should throw and do everything else that they can to work their way higher into the rankings. A draft with only one quarterback in the first round doesn't have a lot of flash, but that will change as teams always get desperate. I'm Adam Abdallah.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
America, look around. Everywhere you go, prices are still high, rates have been whipsawing markets, and the debt and spending don't exactly scream stability. Experts say diversifying with intention is the #1 secret account that all American smart money uses to hedge against instability. Monetary Gold has been around since 2000, witnessing multiple economic setbacks. If you call now, Monetary Gold will cover up to a lifetime of your IRA fees on qualified accounts. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us. You can text us. There are 2 games happening tonight on the ranked side of college basketball. One of those games involves a one-time Arizona Wildcat, Henry Vasar, and his team, the 18th ranked North Carolina Tar Heels, are going to be taking on the number 24 Louisville Cardinal coming up tonight. Again, it's Big Monday. That'll be the first game of Big Monday tonight. And then the second game of Big Monday will be Houston and Kansas. Speaking of Henry Vasar, he had missed a game due to injury, but he was back in full swing the other night for North Carolina.
Inside it goes to High. One-on-one with Sadiq White. Boy, he had good position. Kicks it out to Vasar. Vasar to the cup for the tomahawk. Timeout, Syracuse.
Oh, man. Henry Vasar throwing down on peoples. He is averaging 17. Good season. He's having a really good season for the Tar Heels. He is averaging 17 points and 9 rebounds. That came over the weekend against Syracuse. Syracuse is not the Syracuse that they used to be. But that was his first game in 11 days. And he returned scoring 19 points in a 77-64 win for the Tar Heels. As, again, they are ranked 18th right now. And they are 9-5 as they try to race to catch their rivals from the Duke Blue Devils in the ACC. But that's going to be a tough assignment for sure, because Duke is 13-1, and there are about 5 other teams that are in front of the Tar Heels on the way to the top. Duke leads that conference as 13-1. Virginia is the ranked. They're number 11 right now. They are 12-2, so they're just a game behind the Blue Devils, and they've won 8 in a row. They're the hottest team right now in the ACC are the Virginia Cavaliers. Miami and NC State, both 10-4. Clemson comes in at 10-5, and then you got Carolina and Louisville, the 2 teams that'll play tonight, sitting at 9-5. So that'll be a game for position coming up this evening. Now, the game that we will have our eyes on is Big Monday in the Big 12. That'll be the 7 o'clock game tonight on ESPN. Number 5 Houston coming off their loss to the Wildcats on the road at Kansas, coming off a loss by 18 points at home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. I mean, Dragon Ball, that was, I think, the game that shocked everybody this weekend.
Oh, yeah. No, you can't look at that contest and think to yourself, well, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Tonight, the reeling Houston Cougars head to Kansas as 2.5-point favorites. The Jayhawks trying to bounce back from a meltdown Saturday against Cincinnati. We have no idea how long Darren Peterson may actually be on the floor for Kansas, so I'm going with Houston to get back on track and avoid their first 3-game losing streak in 9 years. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
All right, so Brad Evans says take Kansas and the 2.5 points over Houston tonight. Right now at the BetMGM, that's coming in. I think it's still holding tight at -110 tonight. Now, we've got Brad Evans as well. So, I'm sorry, Chris Mack. I'm getting these names mixed up. Chris Mack says take Houston over Kansas. Houston over Kansas. Here's what Brad Evans has to say.
Brad Evans here to help you beat the books with Westwood One Sports. Will a crack to Kansas continue their Big Monday dominance? At home in Big Monday games under Bill Self, the Jayhawks are 40-0. Houston, looking to avoid 3 straight L's, is one of the most unyielding D's in college hoops. However, KU netting 1.218 points per possession inside the fog should bounce back. Give me Kansas plus 2.5 at -110. Bet smarter, beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
All right, so Brad Evans says take Kansas. That number is down now. It was 2.5. It's now 1.5 at -105. So he says take Kansas plus the 1.5. Chris Mack, however, says take Houston on the money line. So if you take Houston on the money line, you're not going to get a lot of winning out of that. That's -140. But take Houston over Kansas on the money line. All right, so now we got a decision to make here, Dragon Ball. Which way do you think we should go on this?
I would say you probably go with Kansas on this side here.
You're taking Kansas?
Well, again, Bill Self doesn't typically lose on Big Monday in Kansas, and I just don't think that this is going to be a situation where I don't think Kansas is going to fall to their Well, looking around the weekend here, again, tough weekend for some Arizona teams on the campus as softball and baseball both took losses on Sunday, both losing by 9 or more runs in their finales, but both did get victories on Saturday. Women's basketball took a loss against Baylor. The Gym Cats, however, got a win over West Virginia in their meet on Saturday. Beach volleyball split their Saturday action with a loss to TCU, but a win over Grand Canyon. And women's golf, currently over at the Westbrook Invitational, finished the first day out there with a pretty good finish, finishing in first place there. Still looking for the results coming out of, again, the Westbrook Invitational. And seeing now that the Cats finished up in third place. It looked, no, that was from 2 weeks ago. Let's see if we can get this. Arizona looks to be in second place right now, just 2 strokes behind Missouri. Still waiting to see if this is final. This is through the final, so that is the last bit of it. Arizona taking second place here at, again, the Westbrook Invitational. The Suns had a rough outing on the offensive side of the ball. Dylan Brooks and Devin Booker both out with injuries. And the Trailblazers, well, they've certainly made the Phoenix Suns work for it, not even able to break the 80-point mark in that contest. When asked how the team will address their offensive issues and potentially going with a big lineup of Kaman Malawak and Mark Williams both on the floor and moving forward, Jordan Knott seemed to hint that the idea could have some weight to it.
Yeah, all options are on the table. It was great, his ability to space, right off the bat. I think we tried it early in the season, but man's ability to space, I think, is something that we can continue to use. But yeah, and also his ability to dribble and handle at times, especially against these pressure teams. It's good to have him out there when we don't have a ton of, extra ball handlers.
And again, the Suns also got the official word today. Dylan Brooks will be out for the next 4 to 6 weeks due to his broken hand. And Lindsey Vonn says that she nearly lost her leg following the frightening crash she had in the women's downhill event at the Winter Games. She explained that the crash led to what was known as compartment syndrome, which is excessive pressure building inside the muscle from bleeding or swelling. With quick work from orthopedic surgeon Dr. Tom Hackett, he was able to go ahead and open her leg and let it breathe, allowing the leg to heal and prevent possible amputation. Vonn has been discharged already from the hospital and credits the doctor for the work there. I'm Dragon Ball with your 2020 Sports Update on Wildcats Radio 1290.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
From the Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together Center. Ajo near I-19, Ajo east of I-19. Collision there with westbound slowing. Earlier crash at Valencia and Mark Road in Valencia. Backups on southbound Swan at Grant Road. More slowing for travel on Swan at Glen and Busy. Backups on Alvernon at Grant Road. 52, the overnight low, sunny and 83 tomorrow, 84 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together.
This report is sponsored by Audible. It's time to take care of you. Who better to help you than the top voices in well-being on Audible? Kickstart your well-being journey with your first audiobook free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com/wellbeing.
Tobacco Barn presents the continuing saga of Captain Tobacco.
We're here at a local Tucson tobacco store where evil high tobacco prices have gone up yet again.
Look, up in the sky.
I'm Captain Tobacco, here to fight evil high tobacco prices.
My hero.
Remember, citizens, save up to 40% on your favorite tobacco products at Tobacco Barn.
Look at those muscles.
Stand back while I hang 5 on these evil high prices.
It's Tucson's only place to save up to 40% on all your favorite tobacco products. You'll pay no city or state sales tax because they're on the reservation. And save up to another $3 off with a coupon at tobaccobarntucson.com.
He did it!
That's why I'm Captain Tobacco, fighting high tobacco prices everywhere.
Hooray! My hero.
Tobacco Barn, Nogales Highway, just south of Valencia. Check tobaccobarntucson.com.
Tell them Captain Tobacco sent you.
Oh, brother. Conditions may apply to free hearing screening.
Are you or someone you know struggling with hearing loss? Nearly 37 million adults in the U.S. live with hearing loss, but many wait almost 9 years before taking action. The shocking part? Older adults with untreated hearing loss are more likely to experience social isolation and cognitive decline. The good news is getting your hearing screened is fast, easy, and free with Hear USA. At Hear USA, you'll meet with a hearing care professional who will screen your hearing, explain the results, and guide you on what to do next. If you've noticed any any signs of hearing loss, don't wait. Schedule your free hearing screening and experience the benefits of the latest hearing aid technology. Don't miss out on life's moments. If you or someone you love thinks they're experiencing hearing loss, call Hear USA now for your free hearing screening. Call 800-406-6385 or visit hearusa.com today for a free hearing screening. Just call 800-406-6385. That's 800-406-6385. Hear USA. We've got your ears covered.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Our beautiful Arizona winter weather brings cooler overnight temperatures, which means some of you are now seeing your vehicle's low pressure warning light. Colder overnight temperatures can lower your tire's pressure just enough to trigger a warning light. But don't worry, many times the solution is simply adding the correct amount of air to your tires. Then get back to enjoying the fantastic winter weather. If adding the air doesn't do the trick, stop by any of our 14 area Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care locations for a free tire inspection and air pressure check. And if you need help with the low pressure warning light, we fix those too. Mention this radio offer for free installation with the purchase of any new tire pressure sensor. We'll install it in your wheel and rebalance your tires absolutely free. You'll find even more specials to get your car road trip ready at jackfurriers.com. So call ahead, make an appointment online, or just drop by. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Since 1960, we're here to get you there.
Nobody covers your cats like we do. We are the home of your Arizona Wildcats. KCUP Tucson, a Cumulus media station. Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Hour number 3 of our show, 520-848-1290. I keep hitting the wrong camera button there to start these segments. Our cameras are still kind of screwed up here if you're watching our show on video. We are on YouTube, television at Wildcats Radio 1290. We're on Twitch. There is also a link on our Twitter account, Wildcats 1290. You can watch the show. We've had some maintenance underneath the hood stuff, still trying to get our camera straight. But hey, you can see me. You can see Dragon Ball over there. You can see, man, Cricket will be here in here shortly. Hopefully, you'll be able to see her. I'll have to figure out which the cameras don't match the numbers they're supposed to match. So that's part of the challenge right now, is I have to try to figure out what camera is which. I'm supposed to be host, but I'm on production 5, which is actually the camera that Dragon Ball is supposed to be on. And Dragon Ball is on 2, which is actually supposed to be the position that Cricket will be sitting in. So I think Cricket is going to be on camera 3, if I'm not mistaken. No, actually, she's going to be on 1 when she comes in here. You're probably listening to this like, what is this guy talking about? Camera 1, 3, 5, all of that. Yeah, it's very confusing. Let me tell you. All right, let's talk a little bit about your Phoenix Suns. They went 1-1 over the weekend. Now, Friday was very dramatic. We've been talking a lot about Jalen Green. I think it was Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right on? Was it Friday or Thursday that Jalen Green hit this game-winning shot?
I believe this was on Friday.
Was it? Well, they beat the Magic. That was I don't have a date on that. It was on the 21st. That was so the 21st. So that was Saturday. Yeah, that's right, because it was we were on the air later that night after the post game. Yes. So let's hear. The game was tied 110-110. Orlando and Phoenix in double overtime, and the Suns had the ball trying to win.
O'Neal looking, finds Green, gets a shot away at the corner. Boom!
strengthen the pitching staff, DK, because it looks like they may need it.
Yeah. That's. Let's hear from Tori Lavello on this situation with our guy Merrill Kelly.
Still feel really good about him maintaining good health. He's worked hard. I'm going to remain as optimistic as possible that we'll get the best news possible. But I know anything is at play here. But Merrill works hard to keep himself in shape, so we're going to remain positive.
Yeah, that's all you can do, I guess, is remain positive. That's now the good news is the Diamondbacks do have a lot of depth as they ramp up this pitching towards opening day.
With Merrill situation, we feel good about having that depth. We talked about the depth last year. We didn't have any beyond 6, 7, and we had watched guys emerge. So we know that it's going to be very, very important for the depth. But getting Zach back into this mix means we're going to be a really good starting rotation. Where it falls for us, I don't know, but we have some choices.
All right, so let's swing this back to where we started, and that's the Suns now going to be without Dylan Brooks. How long? You said 4 to 6 weeks?
4 to 6 weeks here.
4 to 6 weeks. Dylan Brooks, who has been the guy basically that has this Suns team in a position to make the postseason, and everybody thought they were going to suck. Now he's going to be out for the better part of the final stages of the regular season. Here was Jordan Ott. I mean, he's been dealing with Dylan Brooks. I mean, Devin Booker, Jalen Green. Who else has been hurt this season? It's just been injury after injury after injury after injury.
Well, for us, it's just happened in back-to-back games. So I think post-game we talked about it in Austin. We talked about it yesterday as a group, and then we talked about it at halftime. We can't feel sorry for ourselves. No one's going to feel sorry for ourselves. They surely aren't going to. They're trying to go out and win the game just like we are. No one cares. No one cares. And the only group that can help us when you're stranded is our group. So we just got to find a solution. I thought tonight, especially that third quarter initially, that really allowed us to get that gap that we needed, all those points at the end.
Yep. Everybody's kind of hurt. Are you hurt, Dragon Ball?
I am not.
Are you hurt? Are you hurt, Cricket?
Something always hurts.
What hurts currently?
My right foot.
Oh my goodness, your right foot hurts? So what happened with your right foot?
I have no idea. It happened yesterday walking dogs.
Oh boy. Now, did you step on the curb wrong or something? Or?
No, my sister did that like 2 weekends ago. Thought she broke her dang foot.
Oh my god.
I don't think I broke my foot.
No?
These are just
that's
old.
Good.
These are aging aches and pains.
Don't say that.
You know what I mean? Like that's the new normal.
I got the birthday on Wednesday. I'm going to be turning 33.
I was going to say, what are you, 30? Okay, I was close.
33. Yeah,
I was close.
So
you're so old.
I'm worried about the back problems. I don't need this.
Wait till you say, "Oh, my hip." What happened?
That's going to be great. That's going to be great.
I was tying my shoe.
All right, Cricket is here. The third member of our team today. J.W. Madden has day off. Cricket.
Yes.
I hear you have something.
Maybe.
Cricket.
Yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cricket's got tickets.
Yes.
Yep.
Got tickets.
Nice. I love it. Because hockey's where it's at.
Hockey.
Mm-hmm. The United States is like ruling the world right now with our Olympic gold medal winning women's and men's team. Yes, USA. USA and Italy, you know what I'm saying. The Tucson Roadrunners right now in the middle of their playoff chase. They turn the page to the final half of the season, and the fellas need you standing behind them. I've got a 4-pack of tickets to see the Roadrunners and Henderson on Tuesday, March 10th, a midweek game. Caller 1 right now, 520-848-1290. Caller 1 right now, 520-848-1290. See the hottest sport in America right now. It's hockey right here at the Tucson Arena. Go Roadrunners.
All right. Now, you know what their chant is? It's "Let's go Tucson. Let's go Tucson." Can you do that?
That is also, I think, the same chant for FC Tucson.
Is it that really?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, so you've been to the FC Tucson and you've heard them.
Yes.
FC Tucson. We just had John Perlman on the show.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, we're talking some soccer. All right, so caller number 1.
Good luck.
Right now to 520-848-1290 gets a 4-pack to see the Roadrunners take on Henderson coming up in, I think that's 2 weeks from tomorrow. All right. Cricket right now getting you home as she always does. The weather's warming up. Make sure your tires are all good because it's going to be hot out there coming up by the end of the week.
So true.
So true. Every 20 minutes on the fives with your traffic and your weather.
From the Wildcats Radio 1290 Weather and Traffic Center together. Collisions at a reported country club in Silver Lake and Country Club downtown, Congress and Granada, Oro Valley, La Cañada, and Moore Road. Earlier crash, Ajo east of I-19. Some slowdowns for both directions of travel on Alvernon at Grant, and really heavy backup southbound Swan at Grant Road. 52, the overnight low, sunny, 83 tomorrow, 90 by Saturday.
Woo!
Yep.
90.
Get ready to turn that AC on. Yep.
Where's my sunscreen?
Exactly. And 84 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. Whoever said opposites attract was definitely talking about the new Spicy menu at DQ. Spicy flamethrower chicken strips served with a dip of sweet DQ soft serve. Sounds wrong, but tastes so right. The new Spicy menu at DQ. Happy tastes good. For a limited time at participating locations.
Join David Kelly this Wednesday from 3 to 6 at Showtime Cards for Wild Card Wednesdays. Showtime Cards will have live box breaks happening right in the store. You never know what pulls might pop up. Whether you're into baseball, football, basketball, soccer, MMA, comics, Pokemon, Star Wars, or anything in between, Showtime Cards has something for every collector. Catch all the action this Wednesday, 3 to 6 at Showtime Cards, located on Speedway just east of Craycroft, with Wildcats Radio 1290.
Hey, man. It's me, your furnace, man. Hey, can I get a light here, man? I know we live in Arizona, so I understand I'm not, like as cool as your air conditioner. But I still need a tune-up at least once a year, man. So get the best in town, man. Goodfellas AC, bro. Hey, anybody smell that, man? I swear it wasn't me. Okay, it was me.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
Let's go! You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Jeff's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, America's #1 battery destination, where Sammy, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge. And Sammy does that for free too. In no time at all, Jeff is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Softball and baseball season has arrived in Tucson, and tickets are on sale now. From the greatest setting in softball at Hillenbrand Stadium to the dingers into the Tucson sunset at High Corbett, you won't want to miss any of the action this season. Tell a friend, bring the kids, and spend your evenings at the yard, as the Wildcats are sure to put on a show. Get your tickets now by calling 520-621-2287 or visiting ArizonaWildcats.com/tickets. Bear down.
Let's go!
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Day in and day out, we're inundated with commercials asking to review your portfolio or telling you to get a second opinion. This is Natalie Fernandez with Meridian Wealth Management, and I want to share the advice I give people every day. Talk to 3 different advisors at 3 different firms. It's important to understand their differences and find someone you can trust. I want Meridian to be one of your 3, and then you will decide who is best for you. To learn more, call us at 719-1433 today.
Advisory services provided by Meridian
Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Get your backyard summer ready with a custom pool from First Choice Pools. A backyard oasis built around you. First Choice is a full-service builder of beautiful in-ground pools and backyard designs for years of staycations. If you want to dive in this summer, now is the time to visit TucsonPoolBuilder.com. First Choice Pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilder.com. Ask about our 60-day pool. To be summer ready, First Choice is the only choice.
Westwood One presents Today in Women's Sports. The curtain closed on the Milan Cortina Olympics Sunday, and one of the game's brightest stars wears red, white, and blue. 20-year-old American figure skater Alyssa Liu captured gold in the women's singles event last week with a stunning routine, ending a 24-year drought for U.S. figure skating. The last American woman to do it? Sarah Hughes in 2002. What makes it even more remarkable, Liu walked away from the sport at 16, burned out after more than a decade on the ice. She returned 2 years later, simply hoping to rediscover joy. Instead, she delivered a performance for the ages and an Olympic title.
It took a lot to get to this point. I hope that, with all this attention, I can at least raise awareness about mental health in sports and mental health in general, and I think my story is pretty cool, and so I hope that inspires some people as well.
Congratulations to Alyssa Liu and Team USA on a historic games. With Today in Women's Sports, I'm Jody Jackson on Westwood One.
Knock, knock, Capital One Bank guy.
Wow, Charles Barkley?
I just moved into the neighborhood. Can I borrow some Wi-Fi?
Yeah, sure, Chuck. That's what the Capital One Cafe is here for. Open 7 days a week at most locations.
Oh, can I use your ATM? My dog walker only takes cash.
Anything for a neighbor.
Can I try the catchphrase?
Sure, take it for a spin.
There's no fees and minimums on Capital One checking accounts.
Nice, Chuck. I'll take it from here. Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Visit CapitalOne.com/bankguide for details. Capital One and name member FDIC.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8 year old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. We will be back at Showtime Cards this week, Wednesday. So tomorrow's a game day, 3:30 to 6:30 from Radio Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day. Tip-off at 7 o'clock. Brian Jeffries, Reggie Geary from Waco. And they will have the call, Arizona Baylor. Then we're back with you after the game for the post-game show. Kelvin Ifan, JW Madden, and I will have Radio Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, the post-game show. Then Wednesday, we are back on location at Showtime Cards. Wild Card Wednesday coming up from 3 to 6. Come on out and join us. It is off of Speedway, just a little bit east of Craycroft. Showtime Cards. We're going to have live box breaks. We always do when we're there. We'll get into baseball, football, basketball, soccer, MMA, comics, Pokemon, Star Wars. We haven't gotten in any hockey cards. Maybe because hockey is so hot right now. We'll see if our guy George Morris, hopefully he'll be back with us. He's been ailing. We'll see if George has any hockey packs that we can open up, especially with the Americans winning the gold medal in hockey.
Guarantee you there'll be a card getting printed as we speak of Jack Hughes with the less than full mouthful of teeth smile.
Jack Hughes. Yep, he is a hero. Two pairs of brothers that were on that team. How cool is
and
that?
The fun fact, their mother was a consultant for the U.S. women's team that won the gold this year as well. So let's just say Lady Hughes, Miss Hughes, she knows something about hockey.
Families in hockey. That's awesome. So catch all the action Wednesday, 3 to 6 at Showtime Cards, Wildcard Wednesday. We'll be there. It's located on Speedway just east of Craycroft. and join us here on Wildcats Radio 1290. All right, we are giving away tickets to see we have given away tickets to see the Roadrunners coming up on Tuesday, March the 10th. They'll be taking on Henderson at Tucson Arena. The fellas lost a couple of games over the weekend, as you heard when we interviewed Adrian Denny earlier in the show. A lot of guys were up with the big club, getting in some ice time during the Olympic break, and so the Wildcats maybe did not have their full stature of fellas, but they lost 2 one-goal games to Ontario in a very competitive division. This man is going to see the Roadrunners. Mauricio. I don't know if Mauricio's ever called during the regular show before. Mauricio, what's happening? You're on DK on the Sports Tip.
Hi. God bless you in Jesus. Amen. God is great. He forgives us of all our sins. This is like, I've called before. This is like about the Olympics, you know?
Yeah.
Want to mention, if you follow the Olympics, they're great, and that was a great win, the USA hockey, where the first goal we scored, the player, like, he lined up the puck, like, ahead of him, and he sped, and then it went right exactly on the right timing, on the speed, on the puck, where he positioned it, where he went around, the opponent, and then it was right there, and he scored.
Were you Mauricio? Were you up to see it?
Yes. I was watching. Yes.
Nice job. Awesome. I did not get up to watch the beginning of the game.
If you don't know, the broadcasters, one of them was he does the NFL football
Mike
game.
Tirico, yeah.
Yeah, Mike Tirico.
Yeah, he made it more exciting. He has a good voice, and it makes it more exciting. Like John Madden, he's probably one of the best. And then the goalie was excellent. Our goalie.
Oh yeah, Connor Hellebuck.
They even if you just learning about hockey, they have sticks too, the goalies, and he blocked it with the stick, and then right on time, the right moment, and the puck, it went it ricocheted and it went backwards. It went out. And so that was cool. He did it. He saved them, saving souls, the goalie. And then we when we got a penalty, we were close. We hit the pole and it went out.
Yeah.
And then on the 3-on-3 on the overtime, the announcer that was there too, he said we have a better chance if we go overtime. We just gotta hold on, and the defense was awesome. And you were saying if we can pass it around, and one player, the player that sets up, he can swing it in and it'll go right in, and that's about what happened. Mm-hmm. We passed it around, and then the player that was set up, perfect. It went underneath the goalie and right in the goal to win it. So you can say a prayer too, and it was tied and it worked. That prayer worked, and we got the goal after waiting for 46 years, and the players are good too. They're from the National Hockey League, and I was saying that to one of my church members, and he goes, "Yeah, it just takes time, and it happens sometimes, And I say, and then
Mauricio, do you like the 3-on-3 overtime format?
That sure helped us because it didn't take long. It was right away. The prayer was answered, and you were saying if we can just pass it around and then right there and it'll score, because we were having trouble on the offense. our offense was struggling. Our defense was great. Our defense was great, and I just said, and the right opportunity, we can score. We're struggling, but we'll be able to win the game.
Mauricio, would the United States have won if Sidney Crosby had played for Canada?
I believe, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because, wow, it wasn't easy, but we have the best looking uniforms. Our helmet, it's the most beautiful. And we just had to do it in action. We struggled in action. We got it. Yeah, thank God, God responded. You can call that game opportunity on ice that was won. Like a miracle on ice. That was.
Are you old enough, Mauricio, to remember the Miracle on Ice?
I was like 8 years old.
Okay, so you're a little bit younger than me because I think I was 11 or 12.
And then we won it on 1960.
That was before I was born.
That was beautiful. We got it. The job done. We got it won. We got the gold, and the medal count now is we set a record with 12 gold medals.
I was surprised that we'd only won. That was the most we've ever won. I was thinking, man,
I feel like the summer games are more the U.S.'s field.
Well, no question about that. But I thought there was winter games where we'd won more than 12 gold medals.
Well, the thing about it is that this is the last time that the U.S. medaled in hockey was all the way back in 2010. So it goes back a while.
Right.
And
who are you going to take to the Roadrunners game, Mauricio?
I have a friend, Lázaro. I took him to a movie called Mercy Me, or the Can Only Imagine from Mercy Me, a Christian band.
Mm-hmm.
It did good in the box office. It reached third place, $8 million in the weekend opening.
Okay.
And even though, unfortunately, the theater was empty, there's like 5 of us. And it was a very good movie. It was very good. And so, yeah, I was like, I'll invite Lázaro and the 2 others. We can invite 2 other church members, It will be the first hockey game we'll go to. That's exciting. And the station is on 525 West Roger.
575 is our 575
West Roger. You know where the Humane Society is?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're right next door.
Like to the east or west of
to the east of the Humane Society.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, just look at that.
Hey, Mauricio, we have fun at the game. We appreciate you giving us a call. You don't ever call after basketball, so let's hear from you after an Arizona basketball win.
Oh yeah. That's we just gotta have the mentality to keep winning. And if you don't follow basketball, sometimes you don't know if the team, the opponent is challenging. It's going to be a challenge. But we can just keep having that mindset and believing that we'll keep winning till we can win the national championship.
There you go. Mauricio, appreciate your call. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. God bless you. Appreciate it.
God bless you. Enjoy the game on March 10th, the Roadrunners and Henderson. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Good weekends for everybody in terms of basketball, except the ladies obviously lost their game. The Pima Aztecs, though, won both the men and the women on sophomore day, so congratulations and shout-outs to them. And the men are still number 4 in the nation. The rankings, latest rankings come out. They'll host Mesa on Wednesday to end the regular season, final regular season game. So 7:30 for the fellas, 5:30 for the ladies. Ladies are number 9 still, so they'll tip off. And that is a 9 versus 14 game, and that will be for first place. The Mesa Thunderbirds won here on the ladies' side And then the Aztecs went to Mesa and won there. So this third time around, and there'll probably be a fourth time because they normally end up playing in the region championship game. But we'll see how that goes. The men are now 29-0 on the season. Isaac Johnson had 22 points in that victory on sophomore day. And Kylie Sowers-Miller in her final sophomore game at home, or not at home, but sophomore game because they got another home game coming up. They did it a game earlier and not the last home game. But Kylie Sowers-Miller had 33 points and 15 rebounds on Saturday for the ladies, who won for the 11th straight game. So good basketball happening up on West Anklam Road. I got to look at the schedule because I do want to get up there. We were hoping, obviously, to maybe get up there for sophomore day, or we thought sophomore day would be the last game, but they ended up doing it on Saturday. We were hoping to get up to the finale, but we ended up switching out the show with Showtime Cards, which was actually supposed to be 2 weeks ago. So I'm hoping to maybe see if we can get up there for the postseason and do a show from up on West Anklam Road, potentially next week or the week after when the region gets going. Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the fives with your traffic and your weather. One segment left to go. We'll wrap things up. We'll give you your Casino del Sol replay and a little bit more. Stay with us here on Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together Center. Got collisions Campbell north of Glen, Country Club in Silver Lake, downtown Congress and Granada, also La Cañada and Moore Road. Backups on southbound Swan at Grant. Also some slowing on Campbell south of Ahaway. Reported stalled vehicle. And for your weather, 52 the low, sunny, 83 tomorrow, and 84 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. It's time to say goodnight to that check engine light with the free AutoZone Fix Finder service. It'll help troubleshoot the likely cause of your light for free, so you can drive with peace of mind. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed, plus free home delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Plumbers, today will be a good day. You will be profitable. Your clients will be nice. No one will stand over you and tell you how to fix the thing they actually hired you to fix. You will also feel at peace after switching to Progressive, America's #1 commercial auto insurer. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, #1 commercial auto insurer from the NAIC's 2024 National Premium Data.
En garde! Ever wanted to try an Olympic sport but think you're too old, too out of shape, too busy, or that those sports are just too unsafe? Think again. Fencing is taking the nation by storm, and it's a safe, fun, engaging sport that's perfect for everyone. Any age, any skill level. Classes are safe, active, engaging, and community-driven. No experience needed, and most clubs offer loaner gear for beginners. Learn more and find beginner classes near you at usafencing.org/tryfencing.
Hey, man. It's me, your furnace, man. Hey, can I get a light here, man? I know we live in Arizona, so I understand I'm not, like as cool as your air conditioner. But I still need a tune-up at least once a year, man. So get the best in town, man. Goodfellas AC, bro. Hey, anybody smell that, man? I swear it wasn't me. Okay, it was me.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
Conditions may apply to free hearing screening.
Are you or someone you know struggling with hearing loss? Nearly 37 million adults in the U.S. live with hearing loss, but many wait almost 9 years before taking action. The shocking part? Older adults with untreated hearing loss are more likely to experience social isolation and cognitive decline. The good news is getting your hearing screened is fast, easy, and free with Hear USA. At Hear USA, you'll meet with a hearing care professional who will screen your hearing, explain the results, and guide you on what to do next. If you've noticed any signs of hearing loss, don't wait. Schedule your free hearing screening and experience the benefits of the latest hearing aid technology. Don't miss out on life's moments. If you or someone you love thinks they're experiencing hearing loss, call Hear USA now for your free hearing screening. Call 800-406-6385 or visit hearusa.com today for a free hearing screening. Just call 800-406-6385. That's 800-406-6385. Hear USA. We've got your ears covered.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
Reports say that a reunion between Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers is inching closer and closer. If this is really going to be Rodgers' final season in the NFL, it would benefit him to take advantage of every offseason program with the Steelers. Even if he has a familiarity with new Steelers coach Mike McCarthy, complete buy-in by Rodgers would go a long way in a wide-open AFC North to making the playoffs. I'm Adam Abdallah.
Oh, hello. It's me, the calculator that lives inside of TaxSlayer. I love numbers. Like 100, as in 100%, as in TaxSlayer's 100% accuracy, guaranteed. And 0, as in $0, as in it costs $0 to file and get the refund you deserve with TaxSlayer Simply Free, if you qualify. Simply Free is available to a limited number of taxpayers with age, income, credit, and deduction restrictions. See TaxSlayer.com for eligibility requirements. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
America, look around. Everywhere you go, prices are still high, rates have been whipsawing markets, and the debt and spending don't exactly scream stability. Experts say diversifying with intention is the #1 secret account that all American smart money uses to hedge against instability. Monetary Gold has been around since 2000, witnessing multiple economic setbacks. If you call now, Monetary Gold will cover up to a lifetime of your IRA fees on qualified accounts. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, I think that was the first segment we came back that I actually hit the right camera today. 520-848-1290 is the number. DK on the sports tip. So glad you could be with us. We've got again, full show today, full show Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, J-Dub, and Dragon Ball will be in the seat as I will be out. And then we're back for game day on Saturday, likely to be coming to you again from McHale Center. We'll see how that if we get approved for that, we'll take the show back down to the arena for the game against Kansas. Should be a whole lot of fun. In fact, if you have not seen, they did release a start time on that game. It was fluid, much like the game a few weeks ago with Texas Tech. But they have set the time for Saturday's game at 2 o'clock. So it'll be a 2 p.m. Tip-off, which means we'll be on the air at 10:30 in the morning for Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day, 10:30 to 1:30, tip-off at 2. That'll be Saturday's game, and then it's a quick turnaround for the game Big Monday. Second appearance for the Wildcats on Big Monday, hosting Iowa State on Monday night. And then the final regular season game of the year will be at Colorado, and that is going to be a late one the following Saturday. That game does not even start until 9 o'clock.
Ooh.
So, yeah, a 9 o'clock, and they're in. It's not like they're in the central time zone. So I mean, they're in the same mountain time zone we are. So I don't know why that game is starting so late on a Saturday night. But
Hold
yeah,
on. What's the rest of the schedule look like for the conference? I
it'll
wonder.
be a late night for us that particular night. So we'll enjoy it. I do want to get to some. I mentioned Arizona women's basketball. I do want you to hear they lost over the weekend on the road at Baylor to the Bears, who are ranked one of the better teams in the Big 12 conference. But it was not necessarily a blowout. The ladies played fairly well in that contest, but did lose it by double digits to fall to 2-14 in conference play, falling 74-60. Let's hear from Becky Burke after the game on the loss to Baylor.
Super proud of our team's effort. I was really, really happy with that 40 minutes and what they showed and who they were throughout that game, and going into the locker room with not a ton of complaints, and a game that we feel like honestly we put ourselves in a position to win fairly late into it. So just proud of our group. Would be really, really easy for them to be quitting in games and stop playing as hard as they are. I mean, this group battles, they fight, they play their butts off, and I'm proud of them as their head coach.
Now, with about 5 minutes to go in this game, Nolani Cornfield hit a shot to the Wildcats were trailing by 11. She hit a jumper to cut that deficit to 9 and was immediately called for a technical foul for taunting towards the Baylor bench. Nolani Cornfield was subbed out of the game by head coach Becky Burke and did not return. This is not the first time this season that a Wildcat player has been issued. We've seen it both on the men's and the women's side. To be quite frank with you, we've seen men's players for Tommy Lloyd's crew get teed up, Koa Pete to name one, for celebrating. And it's happened before for the women as well. Different player. Samaya Sugapong has also been teed up a time or two for celebrating this season. To say that Becky Burke has had enough of that would be an understatement. She benched Nolani Cornfield again, and Nolani did not play. Here's what she said after the game about that.
Yeah, I'm done with the immaturity. It's not just Lonnie. There's a couple people on our team that have done that multiple times this year. Like, you made a shot, so what? You know what I mean? Like, it's so immature. It's so selfish, in my opinion. This is nothing against Lonnie. It's like doing that and that act in a 9-point game with 4.5 minutes left at Baylor is immaturity, selfishness, and I'm just not gonna tolerate it from this point forward. So it wouldn't have mattered who it was. It's not just Lonnie, but that's a very me type of gesture after you make a shot and your team's down, and that's not how I roll.
Would you say that behavior like that is part of the reason that you want to send a message by benching her for the last 3 games, or?
Oh no, we won't be benching her for the next 3 games, but she's already not starting right now for us. She's got some work to do from a maturity standpoint, obviously, right now. So, but she's a huge part of what we do, and we need her. And so this is, again, we're coaching 18 to 22-year-old young women and doing the best I can to just teach lessons through the game of basketball. But we're not going to be a team that's getting technical fouls when we make shots, especially when we're not backing it up too well and we're down. So that's not a look that we want to be perceived with.
That was Becky Burke after the game on Saturday. 2 games remaining. Home tomorrow against Houston. Our coverage will begin at 5:45. Derek Palmer will have coverage over on Freedom 1400. Senior night for the Arizona Wildcats. They'll wrap up the regular season on Saturday against Utah, and then it's on to the Big 12 tournament where they will likely play, or they will definitely play, in the first round of that event, and that'll be on Tuesday. And if they win, then they will get a second game in the second round on Wednesday. We shall see. So as many as 3 games, who knows? At least 3 games. Minimum of 3 games remaining, and possibly a few more if the Wildcats can get on a postseason run. Let's give you your Casino del Sol replay for today.
The Casino del Sol replay is brought to you by Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf.
Adrian Denny Longtime play-by-play man for the Tucson Roadrunners, now a broadcaster with the Utah Mammoth, joined us to talk hockey, Team USA, Mammoth, Roadrunners, all of it. I asked Adrian if Team USA's men's hockey team, if he believed they had a shot to end their gold medal drought, which was sitting on 46 years as they head to Italy for this tournament.
I thought they'd do it. Going into the tournament, DK, I'm thinking, okay, they lost in overtime last year in the Four Nations face-off. Didn't have arguably their best player, Quinn Hughes. We saw what he did in overtime against Sweden. You know, in sports, athletes are elite, and when they get their hearts broken, they just come back harder. And I kind of thought I might be on the right track when I heard GM Bill Armstrong come on the radio here in Salt Lake, the general manager of the Mammoth, and say he had Team USA doing it too. They were hungry. They weren't perfect, but they managed games, and they didn't fall behind, and they played from ahead. And when the other team tied it, if they did, they came back and they got the next goal whenever it came, whether it was in overtime or whenever. And for Team Canada, I don't know, DK. They trailed in 3 straight games and had to tie them and get to overtime or win it late. And we talked about it when I was with the Roadrunners. We talked about it with the Mammoth. It's not high percentage hockey when you're trailing in 3 straight games. Chances are you're not going to win. And for Team USA to not trail in 3 straight games, that's a percentage to win. But another storyline was the goaltending.
Yeah.
And the question for Canada going into it was, what do they have in terms of goaltending? You got the clutch Jordan Binnington, who's won a Game 7 of the Stanley Cup, won in overtime of the Four Nations last year. But there were some questions about goaltending, and it was completely overshadowed by the fact that Connor Hellebuck from the U.S. stopped 41 shots yesterday in that win. He stole the game. We're not talking was Canada's goaltending a liability? No. It was Team USA getting a goalie to steal him a game. He's been the best goalie in the NHL, won the award 2 straight years, and that was a real luxury for the Americans. So, you know, you can hear Canada saying, well, 3-on-3 is not how you decide a game. We were the better team, and there was a lot more context to that than what Nathan McKinnon said, but you got the vibe that they thought they should have won. But hey, guess what? In hockey, it's why you have goalies to go out and steal your games, not give you a chance to win, be the reason you win, and that's what happened to Team USA.
Adrian Denny joining us, broadcaster for the Utah Mammoth, longtime broadcaster down here with the Tucson Roadrunners. You know, Adrian, I'm old enough now that I have my own snowbirds that come in here now from the east to where it's like snowing like cats and dogs to winter for 5 weeks. And I was telling him, I was like, Team USA's captain, he's from right here in Arizona, Austin Matthews. He's one of our boys. He grew up here. I was like, you wouldn't think. I mean, in a place where it's so warm, but we got the captain. He's from our state.
You got the captain, and you got Brady Tkachuk, and you got Matthew Tkachuk.
Yeah.
And they were born in Arizona when their dad Keith was playing there. So there's some ties to the desert and Team USA, and there's nothing like hockey in the desert as it continues on with the Roadrunners and developing talent for the Mammoth and for us. The fans in Tucson were part of it from the beginning with guys like Dylan Gunther and Michael Carcone that are now helping the Mammoth get to this position where they're in a wild card spot right now. But that being said, it all goes back to the desert. There's all the stories that started there in hockey.
Today's Casino del Sol replay is brought to you by Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf.
All right, we are on a hockey high here in the United States. That's going to wrap up our show for today. Thanks to Adrian Denny from the Utah Mammoth. Thanks to John Proman from FC Tucson for joining us for cricket, for Dragon Ball, for JW Madden, who had the day off. My name is David Kelly. That is our time for tonight. Thank you very much for your time. Again, Arizona Game Day tomorrow. I'm Rudy Wealth Management. Arizona Game Day will be with you at 3:30 to begin your coverage for Arizona at Baylor. Until we talk to you then, have a great night, everybody.
From the Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic Center. Collision on I-10 near Ruthrop on the westbound side of I-10 near Ruthrop with some freeway slowing on westbound I-10 as you approach Ruthrop. Earlier collisions, Campbell near Glen on Campbell to the north of Glen. Also crash that was reported at Country Club and Silver Lake. And I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell's new Luxe Value menu has 10 lavish indulgences, all $3 or less. It's easy to get carried away. Like when you try the new mini taco salad, you could ask, do I need a salad fork? The fork in the bag's fine. Luxe Value menu at participating locations while supplies last. Price and participation vary. Tax extra.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Will?
When I was 50, my whole life fell apart. I lost my job, I lost my wife, I lost the house, I lost pretty much everything except for my life. When the IRS came calling, I just didn't have it in me. I felt like Wile E. Coyote, just waiting for that IRS anvil to drop.
Then Will found Tax Relief Advocates.
I heard their advertisement on the radio, I wrote down the number, and I made the call that changed everything. The IRS gave me a bill for $40,000. Tax Relief Advocates got that down to $3,200. I've paid 9 cents on the dollar. Now that's a great deal in anybody's book.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Will did and call TRA for a consultation.
But for me, the real win is I got my life back.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-488-2859. 800-488-2859. That's 800-488-2859.
Hey, Ron.
Gary.
Gary. William. Ron.
Gary.
Hey.
Okay, we got that out of the way. What's on your mind?
I don't think people should pay their bills.
That sounds...
illegal? Let me finish. I don't think people should pay their bill until 2027 for a brand new system from Alaskan AC.
Wasn't this my idea last month?
Yes, but this is this month, and it's my idea.
Hard to argue that logic.
Okay, so the message is simple. Get a brand new heating and air system
installed neatly in just one day
with AeroSeal duct sealing
and inspected 5 ways to Sunday.
All of it, and make no payments till 2027
with approved credit. I'm the disclaimer guy.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now what?
No need to complicate things, right? Start this year out with a shiny new heating and air system.
And no payments for a full year.
Seems like we're forgetting something.
No, I did the disclaimer thingy.
Can't put my finger on it.
Oh, schedule now at alaskanac.com.
That's it.
Can't forget that part.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking. The list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Tucson, get ready. Championship golf is back. The Cologuard Classic by Exact Sciences tees off March 20th through the 22nd at La Paloma Country Club and the Westin La Paloma Resort and Spa. PGA Tour champions battle it out for the legendary Conquistadors Helmet Trophy. And it's all for a great cause, benefiting colorectal cancer awareness and youth sports. Don't miss it. March 20th through the 22nd. Get your tickets now at CologuardClassic.com.
Conditions may apply to free hearing screening.
Are you or someone you know struggling with hearing loss? Nearly 37 million adults in the U.S. live with hearing loss, but many wait almost 9 years before taking action. The shocking part? Older adults with untreated hearing loss are more likely to experience social isolation and cognitive decline. The good news is getting your hearing screened is fast, easy, and free with Hear USA. At Hear USA, you'll meet with a hearing care professional who will screen your hearing, explain the results, and guide you on what to do next. If you've noticed any signs of hearing loss, don't wait. Schedule your free hearing screening and experience the benefits of the latest hearing aid technology. Don't miss out on life's moments. If you or someone you love thinks they're experiencing hearing loss, call Hear USA now for your free hearing screening. Call 800-406-6385 or visit hearusa.com today for a free hearing screening. Just call 800-406-6385. That's 800-406-6385. Hear USA. We've got your ears covered.
Clicks don't show the full picture, but Cumulus Digital does. We show you exactly who saw your ad by name and address, and our campaigns beat industry benchmarks by over 25%. Visit cumulusdigital.com today to start outperforming.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus Media Station. The Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com. We are your home for Arizona athletics. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
The day shuts down. The games light up. This is BetMGM Tonight with Brad Evans and Pat Boyle on Westwood One Sports.
Hey-o! Welcome on back to BetMGM Tonight here on Westwood One Sports. He's Brad Evans. I'm Pat Boyle, and we are brought to you by BetMGM. Make it legendary. Download the app today. Please gamble responsibly. You can watch the show live on YouTube. Search BetMGM Tonight. Hit that subscribe button. You can watch the show live on Twitter at BetMGM Tonight. And you got plenty of different ways to listen to the program. The Westwood One Sports app, the Odyssey app, SiriusXM Channel 375, and hundreds of local affiliates throughout North America. Phone number to join the show is 310-840-4910. That's 310-840-4910. I'm watching Pistons Spurs right now. Great game, gritty, physical, defensive battle. As I expected, Cade Cunningham, big play earlier, stripped Wembanyama as he wasn't even looking, and then took it to the house for a one-handed slam. That looked like it got the building electrified. Brad's got his eye on what has been an incredible, highly entertaining and hectic pace of thrilling offense in the college game between North Carolina and Louisville. Two ranked teams going at it, so we're going to continue to keep you updated on both of those contests here throughout the remainder of the show. But let's flash back to this weekend, Brad, shall we? Because we had plenty of big results. Well, basically was a regular season Final Four, if you will. We're going to get to that in just a second.
How impressive have they been this year?
Well, I think first and foremost, everyone's banged up. But to start out the way they did, remarkable. Coach Lloyd's done a great job, and there's a reason their team is won 23 games in a row. They don't have any weaknesses. They really have great chemistry, and their physicality and size looks more like an NBA team than it does a college team. So with that being said, that's a great thing about the Big 12, though, is you get to play the best. I'm happy they lost after 23 games because it kept our streak of 23 wins, the most in the Big 12. So we tied them with that.
Scott, you always talk about how important defense is. That stretch at the beginning of the second